What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me good? I'm testing out everything right now. They're about to join in a bit. I just want to make sure that the mic is good. I want to make sure that everything's good. Let's get this show on the road. God bless. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let me know how you guys are doing. I can pull up your chats as well. I'm just gonna check my messages. I'm gonna check everything, and let's get this show on the road. I haven't used StreamYard in a long time. So let's get this show on the road. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me just make sure my messages are good. Make sure this is good. Let me know how the mic sounds, guys. Let me know how the mic sounds. First time using StreamYard in like a year. Haven't used StreamYard in a year. I can pull up your comments right now. Let's see the style. I think we could change up the style. Um, oh, we could put it like this, square. Sorry about that. Where's the one that I had? Okay, we'll have like this. I had a better one. Hang on. This one looks good, right? This one looks good. All right, now let's see the brand color. I'll be blue. Um, all right. Now, how do we change the background? Oh shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Hang on. How do I change the background? Um, Let me add a banner. Okay. I like the bubble. I like the bubble. All right, let me just check this, guys, very quick. All right. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Let's push it. Let's push it to the limit, and let's get this show on the road. How do I change the style? Like, the background. Like, I'll ask. Should I ask KZ? I have no idea how to change the style. All right, we'll be with this background. It's fine. All right, so I can pull you up your comments. I can pull up each and every single one of your comments. What's up, bro? How do I? I want to make this thing bigger though. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Let's get this show started. How's the mic? Is the mic good? How is everybody doing? The mic's good. I hope the mic is good. I'm gonna move a little bit more this way. I hope the mic is good. I hope everybody can hear me. Once they come up to the stage, I'll add them. Made it back from work in time again. Let's go. Let's go. I will play the fa, but I can't play that right now because I'm on StreamYard. Fire collabs, bro. Gonna grab some food and I'll be back. Hey, I'm glad, my brother. I'm glad. I can't wait. I can't wait for this one. Let's go. What up, my boy Rain G? What up? Giyats. Giyats. Right now, we're just waiting for the boys. Meaty, what up? What up? Meat Rocket, what up? Rain G. Mike sounds amazing. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I really do. Hey, Rain G, do you remember that one time I called you a casual? Hey, fa. That's what I would be playing right now. Fa. Okay, so I made the screen bigger. I really wanted to ask KZ, like, how do you change the background? How do you change the background? Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Let's go. What up, my ninja? What up, my brother? What up? You and KZ are the best collab of all time. Hey, we got Parlay coming in as well. We got Parlay coming in as well, so don't worry. But I wanted to ask KZ, how do you change like the background, like this little area? I can't show you guys the blue. You know the blue? I don't know how to change that blue. I would like to change it into something else. But it is what it is. It is what it is. No matter what media. Oh, I found it. I found it. Media assets. Let's see. Oh, which one do you guys want? Which one do you guys want? Blue waves, gold. This one. Let me know. This one. I'm gonna do the blue one. I like the blue one. What do you guys think about this one? Is this one fine? This one's all right. Let me just rewind the stream. I did show a little bit of my room, but as you guys can see, I had blankets covering it, so that way you guys can't see my my stuff that I have on my stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I did. All right, so let me go to the comments. Hey, Barry, shout out to you, my brother. How are you doing, guys? God bless. Hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's go. Let's go. I hope everybody's having a great day. You guys got a little bit of a sneak peek of my room. Not that much of a big difference. It's just like, it's just I'm upstairs. That's it. That's all it is. All right. So let's start up a goal. Let's hope that the goal can start it up. Let's go. Let's start up a goal. Any questions that you guys have, I'll answer them right now. And let's get this show on the road. Any questions you guys have, I can bring up your comments. What up, Stream Elements? My main man. My main pause. Giyat. Giyat. So this one's a little bit different. It's a little bit different here. Keep it clean. Hey, so which one do you want? What background? HEREEE. It doesn't show the emo. I wish it showed the emo. Larry, what's up, my brother? What is up? So which one do you guys want? What background do you guys want? This is the one that Clown Show uses. This is the one that he used. Like, you're taking everything I work for. You're taking everything I work for. I'm just kidding, brother. Which one should we use? This one? I like this one. I really like this one. I'm not going to lie. I really like this one. Now, I can pull up your comments. I can pull up everything that you guys do. We're going to talk about the news for a little bit. And I think that the news should be very fun. It's a little bit different on StreamYard because there's some things that I can't pull up. I can't. I can pull up comments, but I can't put my sound effects. I can't put up some of the stuff that I want. But what do you guys think about the thumbnail? What did you guys think about the thumbnail? Made me look zesty as hell, bro. I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time. But the thumbnail made me look zesty as hell, bro. Bro, the thumbnail made me look zesty as hell. I can't even. I wish I could show you the mouse, like me with the mouse, bro. The thumbnail made me look zesty as hell, bro. It made me look zesty as hell. I put a filter. We got KZ next to HEREEE. We got me next to Carlos Ulberg, and we got Parlay in the middle. Let me know what you guys think about that thumbnail. So I'm gonna remove this. Let me show you guys the card. We'll be breaking down the entire card from top to bottom. I'll ask you guys a poll right now. If you guys have any questions, let me ask you guys a poll. I don't know if I can start a poll. I can't start a poll from my phone. I cannot start a poll. How would I be able to start a poll? If I go to YouTube Studio, can I start a poll or no? Can I start a poll in YouTube Studio? I started the goal from here, but how do you start a poll? I will not be able to start a poll from here, guys. That's the only bad thing, guys. I can't start a poll. Oh, that's the only bad thing. That thing is actually kind of bad, man. I wanted to start a poll so you guys could get the votes. Who do you guys think? Get your votes in on the poll. I think I would have to be like pay for the whole thing, but I got it the free version. I got the free version. Hey, wanted it to be realistic as possible? I got you, my brother. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'll hear it. HEREEE looks like Donchenko in the thumbnail. Yeah, he does, bro. He does. Fave, for real. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Oh, yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Facts. I kind of made it cartoon, but I had last minute. I had to figure something out. So we'll talk about the news very quick. And then we'll go over this entire card from top to bottom. We'll go over it. But let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news, because that's normally what I do. I want to make it all feel real. I wanted to show Parlay and the guys this, but so inflation is so crazy. These pictures are only 4 years apart. I thought this is pretty funny because it's true, man. These pictures are literally only 4 years apart, man. 4 years apart. If you know this video, bro, this video goes crazy. You know, one of my favorite videos of all time. And I wanted to show Parlay and KZ to see what they think about this, but it's true, man. It's true. It's crazy how time has flown. Time just flies by. I really wish I can start a poll, man. Let's say if I remove the goal. Let's say I remove this goal, right? Can we start a poll? We still can't start a poll. I cannot start a poll. That's the only bad thing. The only bad thing. Usually I can, but I can't start a poll, guys. I cannot start a poll. So, this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be really fun. This is going to be fun. A little too animated for the thumbnail, but it's dope. Yeah, a little too much, right? A little bit too much. But I'm not going to lie. I didn't have enough time. Like, I did not have enough time. And everything just goes and goes and goes. Like, a little bit too much anime, right? Too much hentai, right? Is that what it is? There's way too much hentai. So, let me show you guys. You're early. Yes, I'm early. I'm early as hell. Because we know we got a lot of stuff to go on and talk about as well. Damn, just make us comment our pick and see the majority. Yeah, that's the only thing, because I love the polls, because in the polls I could literally see, okay, 50%, 75, and I could put the odds. I could put the odds in the poll, but I won't be able to put the odds in the poll. Parlays here, my brother, Parlay. What up, bro?
1 second. Why am I not hearing you?
All right, you're good. You're good. You're good. Let's hope that everything is good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
I can hear you. All right, cool. I couldn't hear you for a second.
What's up, bro? Ever since I was legit, I've been legit.
Facts. I'm about to spit some G Herbo right now.
Hey, let's go,
Tom.
bro.
What up, guys? What up?
We're just waiting for KZ, bro. But,
you want to talk some news? Is this live or is this backstage?
Yeah, it's live. It's live. We're live.
Oh shit, we're fucking live.
You want to say something to the chat? We got Vinny in the chat. You want to say something to Vinny?
I want to talk to Juliana real quick. No, I'm kidding. What up, Vinny? What up? Parlay, he killed my unborn child.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that he said that, bro. I didn't even see that he said that.
We're gonna sweep the card for that kid, bro. We're gonna sweep the card right now for that kid. Let's get it.
Hell yeah. All right, so I want to show you this, bro. What did you think about this, bro? Like, inflation is so crazy. These pictures are only 4 years apart.
Basically, at least she has her tits out in the second one, I guess. You know, the first one, you're just paying $40 for a shirt. At least you're paying more for the tits out, whatever.
Hey, I like it, my brother. I like it. Hey, Paku's in the chat. Shout out to Paku. Larry's in the chat. Tell your boy Stream Elements to set up a poll. I wish he could, man. I wish he could. Now, I got you guys a bunch of stuff as well. We'll talk about this as well. Yo, can I ask you, when was the first time you got into MMA? What was the first UFC fight that you watched?
So my dad was watching like Chuck Liddell days. He wasn't like super into it, but he was into it enough where he'd like put it on TV. I think this was like Spike TV days, if I'm not mistaken. So I would like dabble with that, but I was never really super into it. And then I dabbled a little bit in like the Forrest Griffin and Anderson Silva, that little era when he like pieced him up horrendously. I missed a lot of the McGregor stuff. I wasn't really a fan for the McGregor stuff. I think I would watch like reruns. I would never watch it live. I would just see like them play it on TV, whatever the case was. And then I got addicted in the pandemic. So when they were doing like the Apex pandemic cards, like when Izzy was dry humping Paul Acosta after he beat his ass, that kind of shit got me super addicted. So actually at first, when they went to the crowds, to the arenas after the pandemic, I didn't even like it that much because I was so used to like that Apex, like hearing the sound of the punches and all that. But ever since then, super addicted. Wasn't even betting then either, because you couldn't bet in New York. But then we understood you can bet in Connecticut. So like a year after that's when we started betting on it.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy because as you said, the Chuck Liddell days, bro, that's when I saw it on the screen a little bit. You know, my uncle had it on the TV, but the pandemic was when I really got locked in.
Yeah.
You know, Hooker versus Poirier, 5-round war, all of these fights. You know, it's crazy because time flies and we're already 5-6 years away from the pandemic.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Kevin Holland, which is why the Kevin Holland fights are so hard for me to bet because that's when I was addicted. He was on a 5-fight streak. He did that shit where that's one of my favorite knockouts ever when he's on his back and he's like, I had a dream about this shit. And he just fucking starches him from his back. I always forget this guy's name.
Right?
Yeah, bro.
It was Jacare Souza. Dude, that run was crazy. Fluffy was in that run as well. He got Fluffy. Beautiful.
Buckley.
I forgot what it was.
Buckley with that straight. Hank.
I think he had a snot rocket or spit come out.
Bro, crazy. So we'll talk
Oh,
about
but
Holloway a
I
little
wanted
bit,
to ask you. Let's show this. What do you think about this? So Yuri Procházka started fighting when he was 18 and 19 because he wanted to be the leader of his friend group.
I
I wanted
saw
to be a
that.
man. I wanted to be the leader of my group. What do you think about this?
I don't know. I don't believe in like trying to be a leader of a friend group. I don't know how that like. I don't know how that
We got
plays out.
KZ.
Yeah, I don't know how that plays out with friend groups. I would just
I
like
hear you.
join a friend group and see what happens. So good for him for having that mindset. Does that help
What's up,
him in
y'all?
this fight? Does that help him in this fight? We'll find out. We don't know. What up, KZ?
What up, KZ?
How you guys doing, man?
How are you
What's
doing,
going on?
bro?
I'm fine. I just got done walking the dog. It's fucking hot as shit. But we're chilling, man. What's
Beautiful
up, chat?
dog. Beautiful dog, man. Bro, so I asked Parlay this same question. I'm gonna ask you the same question. When was the first time you saw UFC or you saw an MMA fight? How old were you and who was watching? How was it?
Well, I like my dad used to watch this shit, but I never really used to pay attention. You know, like when Anderson Silva was fighting, he like told me
Same.
like, "Oh, this guy Anderson Silva, he's really fucking good. He's out there knocking people out." Like, you know, I think I saw like the Anderson Silva Forrest Griffin KO, like where this motherfucker's like in the Matrix and shit. I was like,
That's
oh.
exactly what I said. That's funny.
But the first fight that I remember seeing, or like one of the like first highlights I remember, was Gilbert Burns knocking out Damian Maia, and this was like right before COVID. I think this was like the card right before COVID, and like Khabib was getting ready to fight Tony Ferguson, and then that shit got canceled. Everything was like all fucked up. Tony Ferguson cut weight twice because I can't say the R word because Useless doesn't want to get canceled, but Tony Ferguson is not intelligent. And yeah, bro. So he cuts weight twice, gets destroyed by Justin Gaethje. But yeah, that was basically, I don't even know what fucking card that was. It was UFC Fight Night 170 Brasilia. Kevin Lee got submitted by Charles Oliveira. Gilbert Burns knocked the shit out of Damian Maia. He was like, "Poha!" And that was like a crazy ass highlight. But that was like the first fight that I watched, and that was when Renato submitted that dude Damir Hadzovic, and I think he yelled at him. He was like, "Why'd you? I wanted to keep fighting." And then the other guy was like, "Well, you shouldn't have submitted me," and all that sort of crazy shit. And I was like, "Oh, this
Yes,
UFC
bro.
stuff is pretty cool, huh?" And then I just kept watching since then, basically, like since 2020.
And speaking about Moicano, bro, how about that win over Duncan, bro?
Bro.
I feel
That on your
bad.
screen
I feel
right now,
bad.
bro.
I feel bad because I pick flipped like 2 hours before the fight. I just started putting Moicano in all my parlays for whatever reason. I guess I just kind of started understanding that if he gets a hold of him, it's over. And he did that and pieced him up at the same time. So I didn't win money, but we broke even because Moicano.
Hey, I still see that as a dub. When you break even, I still see
Facts.
that as a dub.
I'll
Dude,
take
I
it.
wanted to ask you, KZ. I asked Parlay, what do you think about this photo? Because inflation is so crazy. These pictures are only 4 years apart.
I mean, those photos look pretty familiar, I'm gonna say. You know, it's something to do with like some bitch cleaning your house, and then all of a sudden, you know, she's in doggy style, POV. You know,
Damn,
but I don't know, inflation's crazy, bro.
It is, bro. I don't go to Taco Bell anymore because they want $8 for a crunch wrap. So we're done with Taco Bell.
I remember when
Hey.
McChickens used to be $1, brother.
I know.
Inflation.
All right.
Filthy.
So you guys ready to break down this card?
Oh, I'm fucking
Hell
ready.
yeah.
All right, let's go. What did you guys think about the thumbnail? Kind of, you know, last minute thumbnail. I know I look a little zesty. I know.
I like that.
I like it.
Just there in the middle.
I gotta change my body because when I was sending it to you, I'm like, my face on Dan Hooker is just not selling anymore. After the Dan Hooker allegations, like this is a rough look for me. So we gotta change that ASAP.
All right. What do you guys rate this card 1 through 10?
For me, like betting wise, it was a 10 because I knew everybody. I love cards like that where I just like know every fighter. But honestly, looking at this, every fight is 50-50. So now I'm low-key terrified, minus like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Name value, I think it's there. I give it like a 7.75.
I like that rank. What about you, KZ?
I'd say like an 8. With Joshua Van versus Tyron there, I would say
Damn.
like a 9.
Yeah.
But
facts.
then being dropped off the card drops it down to like an 8. Ferraro says 7 without Van and Tyra. Yeah, I pretty much agree around there. But I mean, I'd give it an 8. I like the main event a lot. and the rest of the card is pretty solid. It might just be like, rose-colored glasses because the rest of these cards have been so fucking garbage. So I'm just like, we finally got something that's not shit. That's an 8, bro. We finally got something halfway decent. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was gonna ask you guys was, Casey, were you able to go live or, like the StreamYard?
Now?
Yeah, like or what? Like I don't know if it lets you. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Parlay.
I don't think so. I think I would have to just like start my own stream, basically.
And then can you join the stage? Because I wanted, if we can get these watch hours up, if anything, let's get this show on the road. I don't know how it would work.
Let me see.
Like a vertical or like we'll figure it out though.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. But yeah, what else you got, man?
All right, so I was gonna tell you guys.
Hey,
I think that we can make a parlay as well. 3 legs.
Yeah.
3 legs. Just like money
I'm
line,
down.
I take one, you take one, you take one, 3-leg parlay, and then we could chase for props as well.
Yeah, I would say do that and then do one where it's like method of victory, maybe.
Cycle. We
It
can do a
doesn't have to.
cycle.
It doesn't have to be a cycle if you don't want it to, but just like one that's a little sketchier.
Yeah, all right then. So we're gonna start it off with the first fight of the night. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to these guys. Their channels are gonna be in the description. As you guys know, Princes. We got KZMMA. Let's get this show on the road. Who's gonna start it off? You guys can start it off.
Yeah, I'll
just with a
I'll write the
leg.
What'd you say, Casey?
Just a
Sorry.
leg for the parlay.
Yeah, a leg, but let's break it down first. Let's break it down. Like,
All right.
you guys can start it off.
I'll break
write the odds.
I'll break this one down super quick just on my end. I'll save my pick for the end, but Charles Radke, I see him as like little vicious pit bull, but also kind of chinny. But on the side of Prado, I don't see him as like that much of a heavy hitter. That's probably what he was known for before the UFC. But as you can see, I think he's 1-4 in the UFC. This guy lost to Jamie Malarkey.
Yeah.
And granted, that was years ago, but that's literally all I need to hear. He has a puncher's chance with the slightly glass chin of Radke. His last performance was fucking horrible. Was his last one Mike Malott, or was there one before that? Or one after that?
One before was Mike Malott. He just submitted Daniel Frunza.
Gotcha. Before that was Mike Malott. Yeah, that Mike Malott performance really threw me off. Before that, I was riding the Radke train. I'm going to pick him for this. I'm probably going to bet him for this and like add him to parlays. You will not see me straight bet him. But I just like the well-roundedness in him. He's got the ground advantage in this as well. Hits like a truck too, and I think the cardio is there as well. So I'm going Radke. 2-1 or -240. It's a little steep, but I don't really bet based on the odds. So I'm gonna still take Radke at that.
All right, KZ.
Yeah, I'm liking Radke here as well. I feel like this is just like Radke fighting a younger version of himself, basically. Like both of these guys are pretty similar with their styles. Like they're both aggressive power punchers. They like to pressure forward. Both guys primarily fight out of orthodox, nasty left hooks for both of them. But I just feel like Radke, the more experienced guy, Prado's probably the more durable of the two. Like he can eat shots a little bit better from what I've seen. He's like the Argentinian Drew Dober. Like look at this dude's fucking chin. So yeah, it's just like I think that he's gonna be able to take big shots off of Radke. If they're in like just a slugfest, Radke getting put out by Malott isn't the best look. But Radke was having problems with Malott's footwork. Malott was able to circle off, not really let Radke get to him. Prado doesn't really have that kind of elusive footwork. He just fucking stands there in the pocket and just trades and gets hit. So yeah, I think it's going to be Radke decision. Prado kind of has like those T-Rex arms. I think he's going to have a hard time reaching Radke. But yeah, I don't think that if one of them is going to have success with the grappling, I feel like it's going to be Radke. Like I don't think that Prado is going to be able to take him down and have much success. Even if he does, I see Radke probably reversing position, getting up. If anybody's going to like control, I think it's going to be Radke here. So he has like more ways to win minutes, I would say. And unless he just gets fucking chinned by Prado, I do think that he gets the decision win most likely.
Yeah, in a perfect world, he barely tries to strike with him, like Larry said with the sub, just fucking go for the grappling pressure against the cage, get him down, and I'm sure he can get a sub in round one if he really tried to. It's just a matter if he tries to or not.
No, yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Honestly, when I look at this fight, bro, Francisco Prado's never been finished in his entire career. Guy has 100% finish rate. I do gotta loosen up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but
You're good,
hey,
bro.
when I look at this fight, I agree with you guys. I know you guys say Radke by decision, but you know, with the crowd, sometimes the crowd's louder. These guys tend to go crazy. We got Chris Tyone with
It's true.
Diane Barbosa last week. The girl kicked her in the face, soccer kick, and he still lets the fight go. Hey, I think
That shit was
fine.
crazy, bro. I cannot believe that shit continued.
I had Barbosa decision. Let's get it.
Yeah, hey, I did too, but I should have put in a parlay, man. I just
I
had
was
it on
like, oh,
Tapology.
I couldn't believe it, brother. I'm like, how is this? Whatever.
We got 23 years old for Francisco Prado. When I look at this fight, guys, honestly, it looks like it could be a dog fight. You know, we started
think
off
so, too.
the last card, we started off with, what was it, Kai Kamaka versus Hope. Those guys were swinging balls to the wall.
Yeah, that was
And I
sick.
feel like sometimes the first fight, these guys bring it. And I think it's a great way to open up the card. I do like the double chance submission on points. I'm going to go Charles Radke. I'll go double chance as well, but I'll just go money line. I know a lot of the guys say, you know, he might fumble, but I think it's now or never. Let's go
Yeah.
Radke for the dub. Chuck Buffalo. I know Finch, he likes to hype him up a lot. So let's go Chuck Buffalo for the dub.
It is something to say too that Prado is probably fighting for his job right now too. So I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but we'll find out.
Yeah, it
That's
is
fair
true.
as
I
well.
think Radke's going to make the better decisions throughout the fight. I just feel like he's a little bit better fight IQ. Prado's more like a meathead. He's just going to come forward, swing it for the fences. I don't know. He's not like the most fight IQ heavy guy.
Word.
Yeah. All right, so let's go. Let's go to the next fight. Or we got Gaslam versus
Oh, wait.
Vicente Luque. Let me know what you guys think about this fight.
Gastelum for sure, bro. Luque's super washed. Just way too damaged at this point, like with the whole brain bleed and everything else. Just I don't know, man. It's like
Especially at the different
If-
weight class too. Like
yeah.
it may help his chin, but I think that's gonna put Gaslam back at his like prime. Not prime, obviously, he's never gonna be prime, but you know, back at his original weight class where he was knocking people silly.
Facts, bro. Honestly, when I look at this fight, man, we got to bring up if he's going to make weight. If Gaslam's even going to make weight. The guy is, I know it's at 185, but I feel like with Dustin Stolfus, I think he missed weight, right? I think he missed weight against
Like
Dustin
5
Stolfus.
pounds. I think it was like 190.
Yeah, and honestly, when I see stuff like that, I feel like it can be good. You know, the guy has missed weight and he still hasn't gotten cut. He gets away with it, and it gives him a little bit of an advantage the next time, the rehydration and all that. Vicente Luque had a brain bleed, hasn't been the same since Jeff Neal. All those uppercuts to the face. And I believe that, you know, they're both 34, but in fight years, Vicente's a lot older in fight years.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Parlay?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's takedown or bust for Vicente Luque. And sometimes I like betting on that. Sometimes I don't. But, you know, I think Gaslam can stuff the takedowns. Do I think he knocks him out? I don't know. The brain bleed thing, I do think about it, but it doesn't hinder my pick too much. It's more just like his performances have just been dog shit. And, yeah, I don't see him standing and banging with Gaslam. Someone sent me a photo recently, too. Gaslam looks locked in, so... Yeah, I'm going Gaslam. What are the odds right now? Minus 260.
I'll tell you right now.
I think that
Go on.
makes sense. I
Yeah,
think all the
minus
odds
260.
got raised a little bit. Like if it was a minus 200, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Again, I don't bet based on the odds, so minus 260 doesn't bother me. But yeah, we're going Gaslam. I just don't know method of victory. I could see a decision. I could.
I'm honestly leaning Gastelum KO. I just think that he swings hard as fuck, and Luque's just kind of there to be hit. Like he was swinging some bombs at Joe Pfeiffer, and like you know he got dropped and fucked up in round 1.
He quits too.
But
Luque's literally quit.
yeah, Luque just he doesn't at this point. He's like, fuck, I don't want to get hit that hard anymore. Like he's taken a lot of shots throughout his career.
Yeah.
Gastelum still has a rock solid chin from what we've seen. He won round 3 against Pfeiffer. And even though Luque's the guy moving up from welterweight, like he's the lighter guy, I feel like he's still going to be at a speed disadvantage. Like I feel like Gastelum's going to be the faster guy with the footwork, with the hands.
Because Gaslam did 170 for a good amount of fights, right? It wasn't just like 1 or 2.
Yeah, he just kept missing weight though. So they
And towards the end he went up. Yeah, so
Mhm.
he's used to that 170 as well.
Went back down, got subbed by Sean Brady, and then he was like, "Fuck this!" It's like if I'm just gonna lose at 170, I'm just gonna stay at 185.
It's funny. They got his latest weight at 191.
Yep, exactly. That's when he missed weight against Stoltzfus.
Fucking guy.
I feel like Stoltzfus probably beats Vicente Luque at this point. Like Stoltzfus, I mean, he's good. He's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we have to bring up that Joel Alvarez fight. Like, the guy let him off the hook.
dude, that shit pissed me off so much. That shit cost me $90. Because the only reason why Joel Alvarez didn't finish him was because Luque's a nice guy, and Joel Alvarez felt bad and didn't just want to keep beating him up. So he just held him in a triangle for the rest of round 3. And yeah, because the fight should have been stopped in round 1. Like, he had Vicente Luque down on the ground. He was just fucking hammer fisting him, looking at the ref like, hello.
Something crazy happened that fight. It wasn't there like a weird.
Yeah, bro, he fucked him up.
Yeah,
So it could have
so
been stopped twice.
It was like a weird stoppage, right? Then it went on.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the third round, he let him off the hook. You know, he just
He did.
kind of stepped off
Held
the
him in a
brakes and
triangle.
let him off the hook.
Mhm.
I
All
can't
right,
remember.
thank you,
I can't.
guys.
I can't remember if I had a parlay that night, but I definitely had Alvarez points. It was like plus 600 or 700. Some crazy
Dude,
shit.
one of your craziest parlays. I think you had one with like ending with Nazim Sadikov round 2. Dude, till
Yeah,
this
yeah.
day, bro. That was one of the craziest parlays that I've ever seen, bro.
And I said it live. That was the craziest shit. And my
All right.
friends, my friends were pissing me off that night. It did too. I was drunk and high watching the fights. My friends were pissing me off. I hit that parlay. We're back. Game changer.
All right, we got Markel Mederos versus Chris Taco Badilla. First time Taco's a favorite in the UFC. Let me hear it.
Fucking. What does Medeiros do? What does he do?
He's clean. He's clean. Technically.
Yeah, he's got some good striking, but I just against, in my eyes, lower level competition. Was it Austin Hubbard, if I'm not mistaken? That fight was just, that's someone that Medeiros should 30-27 or finish early or finish at all. And it was a close fight. I think it was either split or 29-28 for Medeiros. But Padilla is just more well-rounded in my eyes. So, if someone has the any sort of grappling advantage over a somewhat basic striker in my eyes, I'm going to pick the guy that's more well-rounded. The hair and the name Taco, it's a little steep, but we're going to take him minus 195. I actually kind of like that. 2-1 favorite over Medeiros makes a lot of sense to me. I know we're used to Padilla as an underdog, but again, well-roundedness. Could see a sub even if he just, sticks to that game plan. He's more of like a point fighter, so I don't know if he does that, but I'm going Padilla. And
How do you think he gets it done?
he's not much of a finisher, so I automatically have to go Padilla decision until further notice. What like the last 5 are we looking at? He's got a few KOs in there. All right. He's got 4 finishes. Maybe I'm just thinking about strictly the Jai Herbert fight.
No, yeah, and he also plays a little patient as well. What do you think, Casey? What do you think about
Yeah.
this fight?
Yeah, I'm thinking Padilla too. It's just, I don't know if I'm underrating Austin Hubbard, but I feel like Austin Hubbard's just not the type of guy that you should be going to a split decision with. I feel like Chris Padilla would definitely fuck him up and finish him. And the other win for Marco Medeiros, whoever the fuck Mark Choinsky is, I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like Padilla would finish both of those guys. He's fought the better competition here.
I was
Like
just going to
with
say that better
Bonfim.
competition, yeah.
Yeah, Bonfim, Rongju, Jai Herbert. I mean, he fought Yontop, who's, just not that good, but still, like, the other 3 guys that he's fought are a lot better than, Austin Hubbard and Mark Choinsky. And I just feel like Padilla is able to hurt people often. Like, he's just more of a potent kind of striker. Like, Marco Medeiros is clean. He's good. He's got good footwork. He's got good technique. He's got fast striking. But I feel like when Padilla lands on people, he has some impactful fight-changing power that he uses to fuck you up. And he's not just like a meathead kind of power puncher like a Prado. Like he's calculated with the shit that he throws. He gets into the clinch, lands nasty elbows. He's really fucking good, man. I think.
And
he
you
gets the win
saw
here.
And you saw Austin Hubbard just pressure Medeiros against the cage and keep him there, and
He was giving him problems.
and win minutes like that. I think Padilla can even get a takedown. And I see he's got
if he has to.
he's got a little bit. He's got more than 4-inch reach advantage too, which is something to think about for Padilla as well.
Yeah, bro, he's got long ass arms.
Bro, I like it, bro. Honestly, maybe, I know this is going to sound crazy, but the guy Markel fights way too close, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a split. With that Jai Herbert fight, Parlay did make a good point. That Jai Herbert fight was a split, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a split. I want Taco to keep it going, get the takedowns, and get the ball rolling, but the guy Markel, he got his back taken by Austin Hubbard. He did pretty good at surviving,
Yeah.
He did pretty good, but I'm not going to lie. It was 1-1, I think, heading into the third. And then he put a beating on him. But we got to mention that Mark Chakonsky took that fight on 3 days' notice, I believe. I think he took this fight on short notice and last minute. So I'm going to go Taco. He might be a minus 200. I don't know. I kind of like him as a minus. I think on some books he's already a minus 200. On my book, he's like a minus 174. I like him as a minus 174.
That's really good.
Imagine this guy's at a minus 250. We're playing with a little bit of fire.
Yeah, if it gets to 3-1, I'm terrified.
Damn.
I'm not terrified. If it's 3-1 on Padilla, I start looking at method of victories. I stay away from that, I guess.
Facts, bro. Facts. Now we got the ladies fight. Yeah.
So neither one of these is a yacht, bro.
Yacht. This is like white girl yachts.
Facts. Hey, we got Poopy Loopy. Remember Poopy Loopy?
Yeah, round 3. Never forget it.
Hell yeah.
I love this fight, though. One ladies fight on the card on a pay-per-view. I think this is a good ladies fight, very competitive. Honestly, when I look at Tatiana Suarez, she is coming off of that loss. I got to give a shout-out to Parlay, one of the only guys in the MMA community to pick Weili Zhang. I was on Suarez. I know a lot of the guys were on Suarez. Casey, I don't remember what you were on. You probably had Weili, or what'd you think? What'd you have?
I was on Weili. I don't even remember, to be honest. I think I was on Weili because I was like, how the fuck is she this big of how is she an underdog against Suarez? Like, who is Suarez beating? But I don't think I was making picks or anything at that time.
Yeah.
I was just.
But I'm glad you're making picks now too, man.
Hell yeah.
But when I look at this fight, man, we gotta get Suarez. We gotta get Suarez to get the takedowns, because if she's striking with Loopy, Loopy creates the chaos. She goes balls to the wall, gets right in your face, and that's the issue with Loopy. She did lose to Mackenzie Dern, Verna Jandaroba, but she made it more competitive than Ricci. We just saw what Verna did to Ricci. No shame in those losses. She's coming off of a 2-5 win streak, beating Julia Palastri and Jessica Andrade. I think those are good wins. Jessica Andrade is a very good win, especially at this time, 7 months ago. She should have cardio, and I do think Loopy can win a round. I know you guys like the plus 3.5. She can definitely win one round out of the 3.
Yeah.
Give me Suarez. Let me know what you guys got.
What are they saying? Suarez decision?
Yeah, so
majority top people are liking, yeah.
I guess I'll go first. This is weird for me. Like, I'm just not the biggest Suarez fan. Maybe because I feel like I missed, even though somehow I won money with her one time. I don't remember. Looking back on parlays, I'm like, who is this girl? But I missed a lot of her fights. I missed a lot of her career. I know she got injured and took a lot of time off. And, my first real look at her, I feel like, was the Weili fight. So I saw that. I was like, hell no. Saw the Lemos fight. Hell no. Is this an easier opponent for her? Loopy is more well-rounded than Lemos, but, doesn't have that knockout power, I guess you could say. Finishing abilities on Suarez, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say that. Long story short, I was on Loopy for a hot minute. I liked the plus money, but I think that might be just a biased pick because I hate Tatiana Suarez, but just not a fan of her fighting style. Did you guys know she's married to Patchy Mix? Found that out today. Crazy.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, she's married to Patchy. Bro, I mean, I've got Tatiana Manjaw Suarez here, bro. Like, she has to be the good one in the relationship. I mean, one of them has to win if Patchy is going to lose every fight he's in now. You know what I mean?
Someone's got to get it. 35 is scary, but, she has a superior advantage on one side of the fight in this, as where Loopy's kind of just mediocre at everything. So that's what kind of leaned me a little bit more towards Tatiana on this. I was on Loopy. I like the plus money. I'll probably still add it to some parlays, but I'm going Suarez. But I'm going Suarez decision. If you can't submit Lemos, I'm kind of assuming you can't submit Godinez, but that could just be stupid MMA math. I'm going Suarez decision.
She had 10 minutes of control against Lemos, but she went, I think, like 3 out of 13 or 3 out of 10 for takedowns. She does struggle to get those takedowns. She uses the cage a lot.
She
And I
lost
think,
she lost the third round.
yeah, I think so. I think so. But with Suarez, it's always a nail biter. Just like Patchy, just like her boyfriend, they fight a little bit too close sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Loopy, like maybe she wins like a boxing match, but I don't know, man. She's at a big size disadvantage here. Like Tatiana Suarez is going to be able to impose the wrestling, take Poopy Loopy down, control her. You know, it's just Loopy's going to have to come forward often to try to land her punches on the bigger girl in Suarez. You know, she's going to be trying to lunge forward, throw shots, and that's going to open her up to get taken down by Suarez, just ducking under and just taking her down. I think that Suarez she's going to dominate her with the grappling. I think that she has a big grappling advantage. She's got the size on her. Got a solid teep. She moves around well, and Loopy doesn't have that kind of like, you know, stopping power to hurt and TKO Suarez. You know, even if she is able to land on her, she's not really gonna knock her out or anything like that. So maybe potentially even Suarez by submission. But the official pick, I guess, is going to be Suarez decision. But yeah, I like Suarez here definitely.
I like the point spread, like you guys said too. That's like my go-to. If I don't want to pick Suarez because I don't like her, I might go Loopy point spread. And my new point spread is way better than my old one. We used to do +3.5. Now we do +7.5.
Oh, damn.
So she can't get finished. Loopy can't get finished, but she can lose. She can get 2 30-27s and a 29-28, and the bet still hits. So it's way better than having to like pray to God she doesn't get hit with a
worry about Chris Lee.
Word, yeah. Like, give me the 30-27s. I'll still take them. She can still lose that way. Just don't get finished. +7.5.
No, I like that, bro. I like that.
Yeah.
I actually like that a lot. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys lead this one. I'm gonna show you guys the odds on my book. I am using FanDuel. I know you guys like what books I know you guys have different books. Sometimes they're a little bit more favorite, like Parlay.
Sheesh.
I know Parlay uses DraftKings, I believe.
Yeah, I use mainly. I haven't used FanDuel in a while. It's really just DraftKings.
All right, so take it away, guys.
I guess you can go first, KZ. I'm gonna pick whatever KZ picks. I don't know about this one.
It's funny. Unfortunately, bro, I want to pick Ribovic so bad, bro. Like I want to pick him so bad. Bro. It's just I feel like unfortunately it's gonna be Gamrot via boring. It's just this is gonna be the fight where I'm rooting for Ribovic, but probably just picking Gamrot. If Ribovic can keep the fight on the feet, you know Gamrot's definitely in trouble, but I don't know. Outside of just output and like I guess aggression, I don't see him being that much better than a guy like Ludovic Klein that Gamrot was able to just dominate, you know, take him down pretty often. Gamrot's most likely just going to wrestle fucking Lamprey's way to a win against Ribovic, you know, landed some ground and pound. And Gamrot's decent on the feet. He should be able to just keep himself, you know, safe enough there, land some shots because Ribovic is super hittable. But if Ribovic is able to stuff those takedowns, man, we might see some Ewing Estevam type shit. You know, you just keep it on the feet, giving Gamrot some issues. He's got solid striking, but outside of that head kick against Terrence McKinney, he's not like a one-hitter quitter type of guy. He doesn't like put people out with just one shot. He's like a volume puncher. Got lots of output, lots of forward pressure. I think a good way for Ribovic to have success in this fight is to just keep Gamrot on the back foot. Gamrot does a lot better when he's the guy advancing, going forward, like dictating when he's going to take you down and shit. Because if you're just pressuring him and you're in his face and you're forcing him to shoot a takedown, it's easier to stop it that way. But I don't know. Most likely it's just going to be Gamrot taking him down, wrestle fucking him. Even though Ribovic has shown the solid grappling, good get-ups, good takedown defense. I was watching back his fight against Loic Radzhabov. He was able to use his cardio is good too.
Sick, yeah.
Yeah, he used a Kimura to sweep Radzhabov, get his way back up into the feet. And I really am tempted to pick Ribovic. I really am because I feel like it's a close fight. But fuck, it's most likely going to be. This
is where if you can
get here.
I guess you can't do the point spread. I was going to say this is where that point spread is like beautiful for me because I'll do that.
Maybe. I mean, Ribovic in round 3. I think Ribovic probably wins round 3 because I feel like Gamrot after round 1 and 2 wrestle heavy, he's probably going to slow down in that third round. Ribovic is probably going to start stuffing some takedowns, landing some shots.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is my rule of point spreads. Like if you don't think the favorite is going to get a finish and you think the finishing ability may be on the underdog, that's when I start looking at that point spread heavily. This is a good time for it. In my eyes, if you think Gamrot can finish him, then don't do that. But
hey, we got all the smoke. Shout out to all the smoke.
What's up, all the smoke? How you doing, my guy? How you doing?
What up?
Hey, I like it. I agree with all the smoke. He got Gamrot decision. I'm not gonna lie. I can
Yeah,
see Rebovic's dropping Gamrot. The guy Gamrot got dropped by
he could.
RDA. He got dropped by Benil Dariush. I think he got dropped by who else? He got he gets dropped a lot. He gets dropped a lot. RDA hit him with a nice knee up the middle, like a nice clip knee. He got dropped by Hooker as well. I think Jalen Turner dropped him, or it looks like it when he's going so deep in those shots, and that could look a little bad for the judges. A lot of these guys are calling this guy the Apex King. He does better with a smaller cage, 25% smaller. And when the cage is a lot bigger, you know, those takedowns, you got to get them against the fence. You got to shoot across the fence. It gets a little bit dicey. It gets a little crazy. And when you're on your back and the guy's just hammering, you know, we can definitely see Ribovics going for a 10-8 round. You know, even, you know, it could be another draw. The guy Gamera fights way too close for comfort. His takedowns are good, but his control is what's better. Let me add KZ back. Let's go. What up, KZ?
The stream on accident.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. But I think Gamera fights way too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. He's a guy that he's either going to look really good like he did against Ludovic Klein, or he's going to look a little bit dicey like he did against Benil Dariush and Dan Hooker. Shout out to Parlay because that's his boy. That's his boy, Dan Hooker.
Ribovics could win a split, bro. Honestly, I think that Ribovics could win a split decision. You know, he's just doing more damage. Gamrot's just primarily fucking just trying to wrestle fuck him. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't know. It's a close ass fight. The more that I watched it, I thought that, you know, Ribovics was probably just gonna be fucked on the ground. I think he can have moments where he does get up, but I don't know. It's a tough one, definitely, to pick against Gamrot.
I'm gonna go Gamrot. I'll go 29-28.
I know. I hate to say it. I'm literally on the same boat all week. I'm on Ribovics, loving it, plus money, and then it's just the takedown ability of Gamrot. You know, it's not even the striking. You know, if he has to stay on the feet with Ribovics, it's over. So that's why, like, my pick is Gamrot, but I will 100% not be putting his money line on any parlays. That's where that point spread for Ribovics is like my baby right there.
Yeah, bro, I like it. I like it. So now we got Rule Boy. I'm a rule boy.
Damn. Oh my God, Kevin Holland.
Versus Kevin Holland. Let me hear it. You guys are the good guys when it comes to these picks. When it comes to Kevin Holland, you guys are the ones that lock in with Kevin Holland. I can't pick a Kevin Holland fight for my life. But you guys are the ones that
show me his last 5, and I'll tell you if I'm actually good at this or not. All right. So did I pick him for RDR? I cannot remember. I definitely picked him for Vicente Luque. I definitely picked him for Dolidze. Definitely picked him for D-Rod. Picked him for Gunnar Nelson. All right, so we're like 50-50 on Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
You went first last time, KZ, or me? I forget.
Oh, KZ, your stream ended?
Did it end? I didn't even think that it ended.
Shit, it's all right. We could break it down. We'll check very quick. I'll go very quick if anything.
Kevin Holland is just, it's hard, bro. It's a hard fight to call with Kevin Holland because you never know with this guy. Is he gonna show up? Is he actually gonna give a fuck this time, or like what's going on with Kevin Holland? It's just, and this is a mirror matchup. You know, I feel like Randy Brown has the speed advantage. Kevin Holland has that durability and power advantage. You got 2 long and lanky black dudes. But fuck, dude, like Kevin Holland, I feel like he has the better wins. He's fought the better guys. He's competed more regularly against higher level competition than Randy Brown. Randy Brown's best win, I feel like, is like Nicholas Dalby. But I don't know, man. It's just like basically, if you're betting on Kevin Holland, you're betting on whether or not this guy gives a fuck to win. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I feel like the best version of Kevin Holland beats the best version of Randy Brown, but who knows if we're getting the best version of Kevin Holland? You know what I mean? He's so unreliable, so inconsistent.
We're definitely not. We'll never get 2020 Holland again. That's what I started to learn. I'm like, 2020 Holland, here we go. And it's like
I'm probably leaning Kevin Holland. I don't know. It's like, and then the method of victory is just a toss up as well. Maybe he gets a submission. Maybe he can knock him out. Maybe he wins a decision. I don't know, man. Like, it's just.
My fear here, I mean this in like the least stereotypical way. I don't know if these guys are boys or not. Like, I know Holland literally has like a Blunt Boys, like literally it has like Terrence McKinney's in it. I think Bobby Green's in it. It's like the Blunt Boys. I don't know if he's like friends with Randy Brown or not. So I don't know if it's gonna be a sparring match or if they don't like each other. That's my biggest fear in this fight. I picture Kevin Holland doing more of the damage. He's obviously more well-rounded. If anyone's getting the sub, I think it's Kevin Holland. You could see Randy Brown pinging up Holland, kind of like D-Rod did. That's a big fear as well. It just goes the distance, and Holland just getting pieced up.
Yeah, just winning a decision because he's faster.
Yeah. And Holland, man, when he gets pinged up and his mouth is open, he's gassed, and he's just like not looking like he did in round 1. It looks so bad for the judges. So once it gets to round 3, it's horrendous for Holland. My pick is going to be Holland. And I'm gonna bet Holland too. I'm gonna bet Holland, and I'm gonna look at rounds as well. I'm gonna look like over 1.5. I might be a degenerate and do Holland submission. I don't know what that goes for. I'd love to look at that actually.
I think it's like plus 500. You could check though very quick.
Wow.
I'm not sure. But dude, you're right, bro. If he gets front headlock position over Randy Brown, we gotta admit the guy Randy Brown. I know he got clubbed and subbed by JDM, but when Randy Brown's hurt, bro, his legs go wobbly and he doesn't have any control under his legs.
He's like a baby deer.
Plus 550 for sub on Holland. Like
that's nice.
That's interesting.
And Darce, we got the new Darce Knight. Tony used to be the Darce Knight, but this guy, when he submits that Darce Anaconda choke as well, he got Vicente in his own game, Anaconda choke.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I look at this fight, the finisher, obviously Kevin Holland all day, right? But I'm going to go Randy Brown. I know he's 35 years old. He's chinny, Queens, New York, 6'3", 78-inch reach. Holland has a longer reach. Holland has that beautiful one, too. We talked about it with Buckley, the way he snot rocket Buckley all over the place. And it's insane when we look at this fight because the matchmaking on this card is excellent. I got to say one thing. The matchmaking on this card is excellent. I love the way that these guys are matchmaking these fights. You know, the matchmaking has improved since 2024 drastically. You know, way more closer lines, way more competitive fights every now and then. And I do think that if there's going to be a finish on Kevin Holland all day, I think there's a prop, right? Kevin Holland by finish or no action. I think that's a prop. I'm not sure if that's a prop, but that's a good one. I don't know if it's drastic line, but I'm going to go Randy Brown. I got to admit, though, he did get caught in that clinch, I believe, with a knee against Gabriel Bonfim. That looked like he was trying to fight the stoppage, but you could tell he was out. The Nicholas Dalby KO is what I like to see. That's what I like to see. I know Nicholas Dalby's a little bit over the hill, but Nicholas Dalby's cardio
he's tough. Yeah, he's tough.
Has the breathing techniques as well.
Yeah.
You know, that crazy technique.
That scuba diver shit.
Yeah, weird, Zaleski, Muslim Salikov. I know a lot of people say Salikov does a lot better when he's in Abu Dhabi, but Salikov is very good, especially 2 years ago. He was very good at what he does. I'm going to go Rude Boy Brown to fight behind the jab, keep that 1-2. The only thing is, if Kevin Holland wants a takedown, I think he can get it. We got to talk about it. Like, Kevin Holland, his takedowns are a little
Yeah, that's my fear.
Mixes it up, he can get it.
Yeah. That's my fear is his takedowns are fucking dog shit.
And also,
I don't think Randy Brown pick. I don't hate it because it's just Kevin Holland coming off of 2 losses. He might actually go this time and show up and try, but Randy Brown, I feel like he's a more consistent guy.
Yeah, it's a smarter pick. Holland literally, after 1.5 rounds, he could be like, "Fuck this," and he's just
too volatile.
Yeah,
you know what I have to bring up too? The talking, big mouth.
Yeah.
He can definitely get in Randy Brown's head. Randy Brown's a guy that kind of like you can tell when he's about to crumble. You can tell, and if we're going durability for durability. The guy was eating shots left and right from Daniel Rodriguez, left and right. Maybe Randy Brown can fight technical, but if he's not eating those shots from Daniel Rodriguez, and I think Daniel's in jail.
If Kevin Holland gets finished, it's usually a sub, right? He's never gotten KO'd, has he?
Twice, but a lot.
That's good because
one was a rib injury against Delidze.
Oh, that's right.
And then Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. In between the
round,
was
like a doctor's stoppage. Yeah, so he's never been just like flat out knocked out. But Randy Brown has been against Bonfim. He got fucked up by Bonfim. He had like no success in that fight.
And you can tell from his legs when he goes out, he's out. He's not a guy that has the recovery like Holland. Holland has a good recovery. He loses the first round, he can still win the second. And the guy went toe to toe with JDM. The guy had a more competitive fight, 10 times more competitive than Randy Brown did.
Yeah.
Give me Rude Boy, but low confidence. And if Holland connects with that 1-2, this guy Randy's going out cold. Going out cold.
You had to have the cold, didn't you?
All right, guys, we got this one.
Cold.
Stone Cold
Bellator.
Steve Austin.
We got a Bellator fight.
Hey, Bellator main event, PFL
This
main
is-
event. Let's go.
This fight and the Dominic Reyes one were so funny to me. Like the two Chinny guys and then the two Bellator guys. Like, Dana, what are we
Right.
doing here? Classic.
Let me see. I got a quick breakdown for this one. I haven't fully fleshed out my notes for this, but I feel like the line for this is way too wide. I feel
Yeah,
like Pitbull, he's
insane.
live to catch and KO a Chinny and reckless Aaron Pico. It's like I wouldn't bet on Aaron Pico. The value is definitely on Patricio Pitbull. Just depends on what the line, I guess, for Pico KO is, because that's how I think he gets. That's how I think he gets Pitbull. You know, Pitbull got TKO'd in Ryzen 3 years ago by some dude, Chihiro Suzuki. You can go find that video on YouTube. Watch Pitbull just get chinned. But I don't know, man. It's tough to pick Aaron Pico, though. I mean, I'm probably picking him just because I feel like Pitbull might be a little bit over the hill. Pico might get to him with the reckless power. It just ends advancing forward, but it's just like a 50-50 fight, bro. And it's like if a 50-50 fight and Pitbull's like plus 200, you might as well just go Pitbull KO or maybe a decision. But I don't think that these guys would fight to a decision because it's just like Pico's not going to allow that. He's going to be coming forward trying to go for a finish, kill or be killed. And, you know, Pitbull is not going to be able to just play the matador the whole time. So I think that these guys are going to be chinning each other for sure.
Yeah.
Fighting to the KO is what I like.
The odds are wild, being that one guy just got finished viciously, and the other
Brutally.
guy got a win over like a UFC vet. You know, it's crazy.
Over Danny Ige. That's a good win.
This is weird too,
Solid.
because the chinny person is Pico, but he might have the finishing ability. it's hard to
Yeah,
predict.
dude.
Like
This is like a glass cannon.
like you said, the odds are crazy for this card. I haven't done this in a while, but I looked at the card and I did the odds in my head, and then I looked at the odds on what they made, and I saw if it was like ridiculous or not. This one and the Paulo Costa one I thought were a little wide. This one especially, minus 300 on someone that just got elbowed in the first round is crazy. I get it. Pico is super violent, nasty striker, not as well rounded as Pitbull, but the age is something to think about too. I don't know if I stepped away for a second. I don't know if we spoke about the age or not, but 9 years age gap is pretty nuts.
No, yeah.
3 inches of reach for Pico. I'm leaning Pico, but the chin is terrifying. Like this one, I'm gonna watch as a Bellator fan. I'm not betting on this one. I don't know if it goes the distance. I don't know if it does or doesn't. It's a tough one for me. Maybe I'll bet like Pitbull takedowns. Pitbull get 2 takedowns and boom, we hit a parlay.
Yo, that's a good one, bro. The takedown props have been good. I had one this one was terrible. Estevam to get 1 takedown. The guy couldn't even get 1 takedown. He got picked apart from Ewing. But man, I think these takedown props are gonna look good.
On these fights especially, because what do you want to do with a vicious striker? Take him down. So, you know, that's his safest path to victory is to not stand and bang with Pico. Even the fight
I don't think he can, though. Because Pico's got that nasty wrestling. So he's going to be like forced to strike with him. That's what I think.
That is fair. That is fair. And
You know?
that's why it's hard to predict some of them. It's takedown or bust for like the Gamrot fight. Does he get a takedown?
Yeah.
I hate betting on fights like that. I still do it because I'm a degenerate, but my pick is Pico, but there's no way. I'm good.
Yeah, yo, I was gonna tell you guys, man. We gotta admit, like at the beginning of his career, this guy was fed to the wolves, right to the wolves. Lost his lost his professional debut, Bellator NYC, guillotine choke. That's fine, right? But the guy was being fed to Henry Corrales, Adam Borix. The guy got TKO'd. He had one with a shoulder injury. You guys remember when TJ Dillashaw fought Aljo and his shoulder popped out and then he had to pop it back in? Like these type of things, sometimes they don't go away.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't go any way. He's winning the first round. All of a sudden, his shoulder, something happens. You know, he got to pop it back in. Pantoja was saying, "Oh, I could have popped it back in and continued to fight." I don't know about that, but when I look at these fights,
didn't Pitbull knock out Michael Chandler too in Bellator?
Yeah,
He did.
He did it for his brother.
So he's got power. Oh, that's right. I remember that. That's crazy.
Very good, very good. And I'm not gonna lie, KZ was doing some good tape study and he showed a clip about how before Pitbull got KO'd by I think it was Chorizo or Suzuki, the guy did very good. He, you know, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to these rising guys are very fast. and you could tell that guy was faster than Pitbull. But Pitbull tried his best, and he even caught him. I think it was a left hook, right, Casey? Caught him
Yeah,
on
it
like
was like a
I
check
think it was
left hook.
check left hook, and if that guy connects with a check left hook against Pico, he can even turn it into a takedown. You know, a lot of these guys, like I gotta mention that Tyra versus Brandon Moreno. We'll talk about it next week as well because you know we got 328. We'll talk about it, but when Brandon Moreno got taken down by Tyra, it looked like he was out for a little bit. I know a lot of you guys can argue maybe not, maybe he wasn't out, but with these takedowns, Darius Flowers, Lando Venata said that he had a head clash when he got taken down by Darius Flowers. And we saw Darius Flowers. I think he slammed him, and he said his ribs hurt. Right, Lando Venata ended up saying that it was a liver shot. And even with these big slams, Pico holds on. Pico's getting taken for a lift. You know, I know Pico's the one that's going to try to wrestle, but the guy Pitbull, imagine this guy slamming you and his whole entire body falling on top of you. We got to bring up the unknown as well. That's something that I don't break down a lot. And I would hate for
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, I would hate for a fluke injury or something. But go, Parlay.
He dropped Dan Ige too in round 1. I think it was round 1. Like he's got power. He's got power, and Pico's been finished by people way worse than Pitbull. The age is just the scary part, you know. Is it that it's obviously not a prime Pitbull, but is it? It really is just who shows up. This is one of those fights. Depends who shows up. Someone's going to show up. Someone's not. If they both show up, it'll be a clash. If not, it'll be an easy night for one of them. But
am I crazy for going Pico decision? Because when I look at this fight,
I think that it's KO, bro.
Somebody's getting.
Yeah, I think I would.
Think so.
I would say
Pico fights to knock motherfuckers out. I don't know.
I think it's
he
Pico.
might win a decision.
I think it's Pico finish.
I don't think
bust.
So. That's what I'm saying.
Because the only guy, he only has 2 wins by decision. The guy's cardio, is still to be questioned as well.
He doesn't fight smart. That's the thing. Like he's just super reckless. He's just like, I'm coming forward and knock you the fuck out, or you're gonna knock me the fuck out. You know what I mean? He might just change it up and just go wrestle heavy and just get the win, but we haven't seen that in Aaron Pico fights.
The age gap is really messing with me too. Just look at how many fights they both had too. You know, one has, 45, the other is 18. Crazy difference.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go with like a fight ends by KO if you guys think that it ends by KO.
Like
but
yeah, I kind of like that. I don't think Pitbull gets a sub. I could see ground and pound. I could see him dropping Pico by accident.
I can see Pico getting taken down and ending up on his back and like struggling to get up. But I think Pico can get the takedown as well. The reversals are going to be a little bit crazy. I think KZ mentioned the Kimura, how I think against Luke Rizzibolov Esteban, the Kimura is a good way to reverse and get right back up to your feet. DR against DR against Bryson Ribeiro. A lot of these guys are using the Kimura, different things, rolls, Grammy rolls. We'll talk about the rolls with Yuri Procházka. The guy loves to roll. Against Glover Teixeira, he was rolling out of some takedowns as well. I'm going to go Pico. I'll go Pico by KO on points. I know you guys like Pico by KO. Fight ends by KO. I like Pico by decision. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to see that over 2.5, under 2.5, what it's set at. I know Parlay said that the lines don't affect his opinion, or he tries not to, but they affect my opinion sometimes. They really do. They really get into my head.
They don't affect. They might affect if I bet it or not, but they don't affect like my pick necessarily. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't pick a fight based on odds, I guess.
Yeah, and you can't let it get to your head as well. So we got Cub. Remember Lerone Douglas, what he did to Juliana Rosa. We got Cub Swanson. I believe he is the head coach, I believe, or at his gym. A lot of these guys are his prodigy versus Nate Landwehr. Yeah. So take it away, one of you guys. Take it away. I'm going to rate the odds.
I like Cub Swanson here. I feel like the only issue in this matchup is Nate Landwehr's, his physicality, like his size. It might pose some issues for Cub Swanson, especially him being like 42 years old. The longer the fight goes on, just wearing on him. But at range, Cub's the cleaner striker. He's got that crispy boxing, that nice right hand. In a boxing match, he definitely smokes Nate Landwehr. But when Nate can wear on him in the clinch, shoot for takedowns, just make it a gritty, grimy fight. Nate Landwehr thrives in that kind of fight. I'm gonna go Swanson KO. I think that Swanson should be able to hit Landwehr with some clean shit and knock him out. But Landwehr is tough as fuck. Nate the Train, baby. It's not gonna be easy for Cub. He has to hit him with the perfect shot.
Yeah.
I love that, Casey.
Yeah, I'm going Cub, and I went back and forth with this. I might have picked flip twice. I went from Cub to Nate back to Cub, but I think if I just in my mind, if I see anyone getting finished in this fight, it's Nate, and that's really what's selling my pick right here. I think Nate can maybe mix it up with the pressure against the cage a little more than Cub can. When I see Cub winning this with the striking, that Billy fight was sick, nasty knockout. And Nate, not chinny, but I just don't see it being as durable as Cub Swanson. But it's hard to bet on a 42-year-old Cub Swanson at the same time.
Yeah. And Nate, the thing is, Nate just gets hit hella clean. Like he's just his defense isn't great. He just gets fucking cracked.
Yeah. So this could be like you just say a prayer and bet no distance. I'll find out what that goes for. My pick is going to be Cub. But will I bet at plus money? I might bet it at plus money. I'm not going to lie to you.
What was the play that you said? No distance? Sorry.
Yeah, no distance is minus 130. So,
It's not bad.
it is a coin flip because I could see both happening. But, if it's a car crash like a Nate fight usually is, then a no distance prop could be pretty good here.
Bro, I actually like
I
that
think
as
it's
well.
either Cub early or Nate late. Like Nate later on, just like Cub just can't get him out of there. He's just like he spends his gas tank just trying to KO Nate Landwehr round 1. Nate just is able to be tough enough to just make his way into rounds 2 and 3. He just starts to pressure Cub, just land shots on him. Cub's just old, gas tired. I don't know, but it's I like Cub here.
Yeah, I guess you could say I do picture Nate being better in that round 3 if it gets there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's
honestly,
more to give.
We got these 100K bonuses out. I gotta admit that as well. These 100K bonuses. Nate the Train's gonna be looking for that as well, and that could be just as detrimental as him. Going for it. The way he fights, the guy got dropped by Jamal Emmers. I remember betting on him against Jamal Emmers. He gets dropped. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing, bro? Like his recovery's on point though, and then he ends up throwing balls to the wall, finishing Jamal Emmers. The guy is 2-3 of his last 5, losing to Dan Ige, losing to Doohoo Choi, elbows from Crucifix. I hated that loss, man. I picked Nate Landwehr, and you could tell from the first moment the bell rung that Nate Landwehr was having a little bit of issues with a guy that was more technical than him.
Choi was so fucking good in that fight, bro.
Yeah, we got to admit, though, against Morgan Charrier, I had Morgan by decision, and Morgan gets that third-round TKO. Like, this guy, when he gets a little bit stuck in some trouble, stuck in the mud, he can't get out, because he's so deep into the fire. 37 years old versus 42. But we have to admit, every time I look at Cub, I think about that fight with Giga Chikadze. He did go down in weight at 135 against Jonathan Martinez. But then I think he does better at 145. Good win. Yeah. Cash as an underdog against Hakeem Dawodu.
Take that. Don't even take that off the screen. I don't want to see that Dawodu one.
That was a robbery.
That shit haunts my dreams.
That was a robbery.
To this day.
You guys think so?
Bro, absolutely. Even Cub was like, what the fuck?
I have to tell the
story.
Yeah,
bro, that was a robbery.
A free $25 bet on a 10 leg to win $1,000.
Oh,
the only one that didn't hit was Dawodu.
Damn, bro.
That was such a robbery.
Bro, after the fight, I didn't even see what they said who won the fight, the judges, because I was like, I knew who won the fight. I put my phone away. My friend started blowing up my phone. He was like, bro, they cooked us. They cooked us. Nasty.
Gosh,
nasty.
Man.
But in his defense, he might have won that Feely fight. I don't personally remember, but a lot of people say he won that Feely fight. So Cub could be like 4-1 in his last 5,
Yeah, man. Facts, bro. It's crazy because the thing is, like, he looked a little tired against Billy Q, a little, but he still knocked on in that third round. That third round, exactly. Beautiful. I picked Billy Q. I gotta admit, I went Billy Q. I'm a guy that I fade Cub just naturally, but you can't keep on fading a guy that has an entire team behind him. You should look at this guy's team. I think Larry mentioned it as well. I didn't even know Danny Silva worked with him. Danny Silva, Leroy Douglas.
That's the other thing too. Being that he has his own gym as well, he's in there. He's training with
these killers, bro.
Some young bucks. Yeah, exactly.
He's training with motherfuckers like Le'Veon Douglas, like Danny Silva. He's got a solid amount of training partners to work with.
It might be a retirement fight too, which is also scary. I don't really like betting.
True, bro.
I don't like betting on retirement fights.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Look at Michael
Hell
Chiesa.
yeah.
Look at
beating
him.
Nico Price.
Word, yeah, that's true. I wish he was
Yeah.
fighting Nico right now.
Remember when
Right,
Robbie
I
Lawler
would-
fought Nick Diaz?
When who?
Nick Diaz.
When he fought Nick
yeah.
Diaz? Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz?
Lawler versus Diaz. I
He
don't
was
actually.
like, it was a rematch, and he was like, "Man, are you good, bro? Like, are you actually good?" After the fight ended,
Yeah.
he like,
Nick
it was
Diaz was
kind of
super
sad.
washed.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah,
guys, I think Cub Swanson broke his jaw too. I think he broke his jaw one fight, and he had to get his jaw wired shut like Kanye. And he had to drink through a straw. And when I look at that, man, like the guy's pain threshold is high as hell. Even against Giga Chikaze, the Giga kick, like that's the type of kick that a lot of the guys are gonna go down to. I was watching his fight against Renato Moicano, and he did get dropped by a jab, but it happens, bro. It is what it is, bro. You're gonna get, Moicano. Look what he just did to Duncan. I do think that he should be able to play the technical fight, but if Nate throws balls to the wall, Nate can even finish him as well. And I hate to say that because,
Yeah.
Cub is very good, but at 42, man, and especially if we're looking at fight years, how old is that in fight years?
Yeah, it's like 80, 90. No, yeah, I could see Nate getting him against the cage and pinging him up, and Cub's just not throwing back, and he's just doing one of these things. He's just getting lit up. I could see that too. So that's why I kind of like the no distance in this.
Facts, bro. And guys, Cub was a dog. Sorry, Kizzy, I got you right now. Cub was a dog, man, and now he's a minus 106 on at least my book. I wouldn't be surprised if they flip. We got to talk about those Duncan lines. The guy Duncan went from minus 200, minus 150 overnight. Right before the fight, minus 136.
Wow.
It's like, what the hell's going on, Sorry, Casey.
Yeah.
You're good, bro.
Add me back.
All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys take this one away. I'm gonna get a coconut water really quick, but take this one away, guys. Take this one away.
That's a horrible photo of Dominic Reyes. He looks like borderline Ed right there. They both look Ed.
Dude.
This is the battle of the chinny Ed guys.
Just the battle of whoever lands first.
I obviously want Dominic Reyes to win. The height is kind of messing with me for Johnny Walker. I could see it, but I also can't. I could see Johnny Walker in this clinch, just kneeing him in the face viciously, and Dominic just can't get out of it. I think he's better than that. I think he's going to get out of the clinch. Striking, I personally side with Reyes. Pretty nasty striker. It's just the chins of both of them. It's like I've seen so many prediction videos. People are like, it's whoever lands first. And it's true.
It really is.
Johnny could have him in the clinch, hink, elbow. And Dominic is out cold. Dominic could do a little sneaky hink, uppercut. Walker's out cold.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
it's
scared.
also important to see what. Go ahead.
I'm scared with this one. I'm betting with my heart. That's what I'm trying to avoid, is betting with my heart in certain fights, or just avoiding fights at all if I feel like I'm doing that. Because I do want Reyes to win this one. But I think the easiest shit is just no distance. Like, if this goes the distance, I'll be very, very surprised. And we'll check out the odds for that right now. What's your take on it?
It's important to see what kind of shape Dominic Reyes shows up in. He was looking pretty flabby and soft against Carlos Ulberg.
Holland's not retiring. He's staying for the long run.
I doubt that he's retiring. I don't think that.
Hell no. Holland's going to be here.
What else is he going to do, bro?
He's going to be here till like
20, 2030. He's fight till he's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker's never going to stop fighting. He's just going to keep getting paid.
Easy.
But, yeah, bro. If Dominic Reyes is going to show up in that same kind of mediocre shape against like a physical beast in Johnny Walker, I see Johnny Walker being able to use his athleticism to work those calf kicks like he was doing against Zhang Mingyang and eventually land a big shot on Reyes. From a slickness standpoint, Reyes might be the guy with the better counters and the striking technique. He's good at, running back, fading back, and just landing that left straight hand down the middle as people come forward on him. Good left head kick as well. Reyes coming off of 2 impressive wins and that Jacoby knockout, that Krylov knockout, drilling him with that same straight left that I mentioned. The Anthony Smith win doesn't mean much. Anthony Smith washed as fuck. Johnny Walker coming off of a big upset win over Zhang Mingyang. In that fight, he immediately shot for a takedown and ended up on bottom like a fucking idiot. But, he took some ground and pound, got up after a minute and a half. Johnny Walker was actually able to take a few clean shots from Zhang Mingyang, including like a nice clean elbow in the clinch off of a break. So his chin isn't complete dust. So, I don't know. Reyes is a bit more technically sound. but Johnny Walker has like more diversity in his attacks with the flying knees, the spinning shit, all that crazy stuff. He's just more of like a physical force, I feel like, of the two. So the pick is going to be Walker KO, but bro, like, am I going to be shocked if Reyes lands that straight left right down the pipe and knocks him out? Like, no, but I'm going to go Walker KO. But bro, this is fucking flip a coin. Whichever one of these glass cannons lands first is going to be the one that wins.
Damn, Parlay, who did you pick?
I picked Reyes, but I can't not unsee Walker sleeping Reyes.
I'm not gonna lie, this gives me vibes of Paulo Costa Asma Mirzakhanov. It's like the Paulo Costa pick, you know. I'm not gonna hate the Paulo Costa pick for people who pick it. I'm not gonna hate the Johnny Walker.
Yeah, this is
pick.
literally it's a coin flip. Whoever you pick, I'm not mad at all.
You know, I know fight ends by KO is like -350. I'd rather take that as a parlay piece, you know, even if I know a lot of the guys think that this is gonna go to decision, but you know, even under 1.5, I know I gotta admit Johnny Walker's a little smart, you know. He faked the glove touch against Zhang Ming Yang, and he went into a takedown, got put in full mount. Zhang Ming
He
Yang put him in
immediately
full mount.
fucking failed and got reversed.
And then he started blasting low kicks. You know, one thing about Dom Reyes, I don't see him throwing a lot of low kicks. You know, I don't even know if he can check him like Moicano. You know,
I think he's smarter. He's probably smarter than that, though. Like, I don't see him getting picked off with leg kicks. That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah. But you know, when you check the leg kick, it's like 50-50, right? Like, you're still gonna take some damage.
Yeah.
I feel like even with the check leg kicks, I can see Johnny Walker throwing a head kick, spinning back fist. The guy knocked out. I think he knocked out Ryan Spann. Dom Reyes got dropped by a jab by Ryan Spann. And when I look at Dom Reyes, I am gonna pick Dom Reyes 36 versus 34, 82.3 inch reach. It's a tough one. You know, KZ talked about southpaw, that straight left, and I think it is. I don't know if Johnny Walker southpaw would like if a lot of you guys know in the chat if he's southpaw or not, but gosh, damn, man, this fight is one of those fights where, you know, bro, I'm shooting a takedown. I know it's kind of crazy, like what's going on, why, but like if I'm Dom Reyes, mix it up. You know, the uppercuts, clinch. You know, I know Johnny Walker thrives in the clinch, spinning back fist, elbows and stuff, but Johnny Walker can win a decision as well. He won it against Anthony Smith. They were talking mid-fight, my family. I'm doing this for my What? What you mean, my family? Like Johnny Walker was asking, what are you talking about?
You're attacking my family.
I got to bring up.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I also got to bring up that fight with Ankalaev, both of them. When Johnny Walker fought Ankalaev the first time, I think that was the best chance. It's like Ankalaev versus Ian Cutelaba. Ian Cutelaba played possum. Walker played a little possum. That flying knee was so close to landing. What if he throws a flying knee against Dom Reyes playing possum? You know, Dom Reyes is the guy that's going to...
When this guy gets can play possum. I think he's too fragile to play possum. No. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, he's going to play possum. He's going to get knocked out playing possum, you know?
Nah, hell yeah, bro. I couldn't agree more, but I feel like that flying knee, bro, at 6'6", you could throw a flying knee at this guy's chin. You know, everybody's going to bring up that John Jones. This guy's the ghost of the version that fought John Jones. 77-inch reach, 6'4". I do got to look at the face-offs. I know a lot of the guys, Ikize was saying if this guy shows up with a belly, you know, he's not locked in. We know Walker's going to be locked in. He's always showing up ripped.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is...
I'm so scared for that Muay Thai clinch from Walker.
What can he do? You know, yeah.
I can't unsee it with the elbows, the knees. Like, damn, I might pick flip the Walker.
I'm going Dom Reyes though, and I'm gonna pay attention to that line movement. I'm tired of just judging a fight off of stats, tape study, all that. You could do all the tape study you want in the world, but that line movement is something that when these guys start betting on this fighter, that fighter ends up winning almost 90% of the time. Drew Dober. Sergey Spivak onto Elijah. The line got so close right before the fight. I got to bring up the Duncan fight as well. I know there was, you know, Duncan, maybe he's not injured, none of that, but, you know, a lot of these smart guys, they wait until the last minute to bet on these type of fights. You know, last minute. Like, I'm talking about, like, when you see the tail of the tape right before the odds lock, right before over 2.5, under 2.5 locks. A lot of these guys, all of a sudden, right before, you know, Duncan versus Moicano was -115. Moicano won the first round. That's fair. But if I knew that it was going to be a pick'em, I would have took Moicano, you know? I definitely would have took Moicano. And when I look at this fight, I know odds shouldn't influence anything, but I'm going to pay attention to those lines. I'm really going to, and I'm going to go Dom Reyes. I'm going to go Dom Reyes by KO.
Get it. I like it.
Let's go.
I'm both.
All right, let's go to the next fight.
I'm picking both. I don't know.
Hey. All right, let me know who you guys got with this one.
Man, I'm going to give a little speech real quick. That's not a good speech. I don't know why I'm hyping it up. Curtis Blades is winning this fight.
I think so too.
And it's because of he's just better. He's better. That's the speech. Next.
W, bro. W speech. But yeah, the pick here is going to be Curtis Blades. I like him by KO. I feel like this is a big test for Josh Hokett, bro. Curtis Blades, he's not a bum like the guys that Josh Hokett's been fighting. He's not a fucking Denzel Freeman. He's not a Max Jimenez. You know what I mean? Josh Hokett, he was able to manhandle and abuse these cans that he was fighting, but and looking great in those fights. I don't think he's going to have the same kind of success against a well-rounded, powerful wrestler like Curtis Blades with the guts that has good striking, athletic dude. Blades, he's been KO'd by Francis Ngannou, champion, Sergey Pavlovich, fought for the belt, fucking dangerous power puncher, Tom Aspinall, champion, power puncher, and Derek Lewis. Those are the only 4 guys that he's lost to in the UFC. All have fucking insane punching power. So I don't know, bro. I would have liked to see Hokett fight somebody like a Mick Parkin or a Shamil Gaziev before a step up like this. You know, because the guys that Hokett have beaten so far, the dude on Danway Contender Series, like Uriel, Max Jimenez, Denzel Freeman, these guys either gassed out over a round or they just got fucked up on the feet like Jimenez. They're literal fucking cans, bro, that this guy Hokett is beating. So going from fighting literal fucking cans to fighting a dude that's been a staple in the heavyweight division that has elite wins, like guys who are Volkov, Overeem, like Curtis Blades. I don't know, bro. Curtis, he may or may not be washed, but if he isn't washed, I think that Hokett's in for a rough ass night, bro.
Yeah, I get people's argument that, you know, one guy's 35, exiting his prime, or completely out of it. One guy's entering it.
Fair.
But that's really it for me. I don't, you know, I'm not like super high on Blades where every time he fights, I'm like, lock it in, you know, but this is one of those fights where it's like you said, they're just rushing him too soon. Apparently you got, you know, 6 to 7 inches of reach for Blades. So Hockett's got to be locked in to close the distance, not get picked apart himself. We've seen Blades sleep people before. 3 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier, 25 pounds heavier. You know, I think it's going to be a rough night for Hokett. People are scaring me because people that are picking Hokett are super confident in it. I wish I could see it. And, you know, there's been many times where I've been super confident in a guy and I get shut up quickly. So this could be one of those spots. But I'm going Blades. He's going in my parlays. And Hockett's going in 0 of them. So if it fails, it fails.
I like it, bro.
I
like it.
Hokett KO.
So both of you guys are on Blades.
Hokett KO?
Yeah. Hokett KO is worth a bet. Just because if he catches Blades, because he has fast hands, solid power, you know, might have a speed advantage, but
I could see Hokett
big size disadvantage
maybe.
Here.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a big shout out to all the guys.
Some big shit.
Shout out to the guys in the chat, man. Shout out to both of these guys,
bro.
man,
Shout
for
out
even
to the chat.
hopping on.
Facts.
We got old man in the chat. Remember when this was like a crazy thing when everybody had a dog as their profile, like with a hat? I don't know if you guys remember. You remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't? No. I remember that was like a crazy time. That was a crazy time. But guys, drop a like if you guys haven't already. And man, shout out to these guys for even coming on, man. These guys got free will. They could do whatever. They can be degenerate. They could be doing some degenerate things and they still decide to come here. So big shout out to these guys. If you guys like what you guys see, go subscribe to Parlay. Go subscribe to KZ. It's not gonna be the last time. And if anything, we can do this on, you know, KZs or parlays, you know. And we got a lot of girls that like this. Claire, we got to give a big shout out to Claire as well.
Oh my God, I should join as Claire one day. I'll be in the chat like, hey boys.
Yeah, man. Honestly, we got a lot of females as well. So hit these guys up if you guys like what you guys see. All right, so Josh Hokett versus Curtis Blades. I'm gonna go Josh Hokett. I know, you know, we haven't been split on a lot. Randy Brown, Holland, we got it. We haven't been split a lot. We've been doing good with the parlay section. We'll be singing parlay time all at the same time. But I do think that I gotta go Josh Hokett, man. The man, the myth, the legend. How does Chael Sonnen say it? Remember when he was against Tito Ortiz, he said, "Man, your wife's got better lips than you do on the mic." What'd he say, right? The guy goes crazy, right?
Yeah.
He's like, underachieve, overachieve. You know, that's how he is, right? That's how Josh Hokett is. But when I look at this fight, obviously throw all that out the window, talk. A lot of these guys are going to be waiting for you to, lose. But I like Josh Hockey because I got to bring up this fight with Urel. He fought Urel, and I know Urel's kind of like a fat Brazilian. I recommend you guys watch this one. It wasn't
He's
that
so
much of
bad. He's just
I know.
a fat guy.
It's not. It wasn't that good,
He's
but
just
he was.
a fat guy.
It's true. He was struggling to hold him down, right? But what I liked about Hockey was he was constantly shooting takedowns. He was constantly okay. He got back up, shoot a takedown, take his back, knees to the thigh. What knees to the thigh? Like, because if it gets dicey, the guy can save his cardio with knees to the thigh. I'm not gonna lie. When I fought KZ on UFC 5, that's what I was doing, but it worked. You know,
Hockett is
time
good,
goes.
Hockett
Time
is good. I don't
goes.
think
I feel like he's good against like just the average guy.
Low
though.
level.
I don't.
We gotta admit, guys, against Denzel Freeman, he stuck the bird and he knocked him out with aura.
He fucked
No,
him
yeah,
up.
that was a crazy performance. Yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him
He
that.
knocked him out with aura. And sometimes, you know, this feels like, I know it's a weird comparison, but it feels like, what was that fight? Haley Cowan versus Elise Piera. It's close, right? It's close. And, you know, we're expecting it to, you know, look a little weird, but something weird happens, you know. And with Curtis Blades, I know all of his knockouts, all of his losses are by knockout, 2 of them being Francis and Ngannou. No shame in that. The guy got knocked out by Sergey Pavlovich.
This guy beat Tom Aspinall. Okay, round 1.
Yeah. 15 seconds.
He did. I'm not gonna lie. We got to bring up that Overeem fight as well. When Curtis Blades fought Overeem, Ulberg, horse meat. The guy split him open bad, man. He split him open elbows from guard, and that's what I'm scared of. Those elbows from guard. You know, Overeem was squirting like Squirtle from Pokemon from out of his forehead. Like the guy looked absolutely like a mess. Overeem and Overeem horse meat.
Like if the size difference is this crazy, it's gonna be a rough night for Hockey. It's gotta be. 3 inches taller. Just look at everything. 7 inches of reach. 3 inches taller. Like what if Blades weighs 30 pounds more than Hockey? And he just can't even get a hold of him or take him down or anything. You know, I think the odds. This is a blessing from God. I don't know.
One of the guys was saying that Curtis Blades on his Facebook, like he has close friends. I'll give a shout out to Finch because Finch said,
I saw that.
Yeah, that Curtis Blades says, "Oh, if you guys, you know, want to make some cash, just bet some money on me." I don't know why, you know, I didn't want to take this fight. You know, I was asking for guys higher, but I still took this fight. And Curtis Blades is coming in confident. He's ready. But I'm gonna go Josh Hockey just because the guy Curtis Blades, when he's shooting takedowns, he's predictable as fuck. Like we gotta admit, the guy shot a takedown. Like might as well say, hey, I'm gonna shoot a takedown against Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis saw that from a mile away. Uppercut from hell. But when I look at this fight, man, I do think that Josh Hockey is gonna probably get taken down. But I think he can work his way back up with the fence. I think maybe he's not gonna be able to take down Curtis Blades. Elbows to the temple like he did against Jalton Almeida. You know, you got to be careful when you're settling, resting on those double legs against the fence. I do think that Josh Hockey can have success at, you know, taking the back and then working from there. You know, obviously I'm talking about knees to the thigh, but I'm also talking about knees up high, you know, from the clinch, you know, ankle picks, you know, not only just double legs. It's hard to double leg Curtis Blades. The guy's very heavy, single legs, ankle picks, mix it up. But I think that if Josh Hockey is standing with Curtis Blades for a majority of this fight, I think he can have a lot more success than a lot of people are giving him. Heavyweight is not that good of a division, but, you know, there's a gap. There's a gap. You know, maybe these guys aren't as good, but once you crack that top 5, these guys are, okay, they give you a big issue. I think Josh Hockey, if he can keep this on the feet, keep those low kicks. The guy went to a split decision that arguably lost to Kunaev. We got to admit, Kunaev did good against Jalton Almeida, but I don't know about Kunaev, and obviously, you know, it is what it is. Coming off of that loss to Tom Aspinall, Sergey Pavlovich KO'd him. You got to put this guy's lights out, but I think that Josh Hockey can win a decision if it gets there as well, but he has to keep this fight on the feet.
Yeah, Blades, there's nothing even that really stands out for me that, like, I love Blades in this. You know, I really just think it's too soon for Hockey, and I think anything Hockey can do, Blades can do better. But we'll see, and I could be super wrong.
I like I like his straight right hand. I think that he has some good power. I think that he can land it on Hockett as he's trying to come forward. But I see Braden, he's high on Hockett. He says, you don't think Hockett has dealt with guys 30 pounds heavier than him, being a D1 wrestler and a former NFL athlete? That's different than it being in a fist fight with somebody 30 pounds bigger than you, you know, like throwing punches at you. They're not throwing punches at each other in the NFL or in wrestling. So I don't know. Maybe I mean, it would be cool to see Josh Hockett win. I'm not the kind of guy that's like a hater on him. It's like, oh, he's just says stupid shit on the mic. I think he's funny. Brittany Griner is a man, but it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just, I think that it's just too much right now. And if I'm wrong, fuck it, bro. I'm wrong. But it's like, I'm just going to pick Curtis Blades KO.
It's a smart pick. It's a smart
pick. It
pick.
is what it is. Hey, Hockett can land. Hockett can get
UFC,
to him for sure, but I don't think he's going to out-wrestle him.
UFC does need Hockett, but I can't bet on that anymore. Like, I thought the MMA gods were going to bless us with an Izzy win. And look how that worked out. So, you know, I get it. People are hyped up with Hockett. Like, why wouldn't you be? But
yeah,
he'll still have some good fights after this massive loss. I'm kidding. We don't know. We'll see.
I like it though, guys. I like it. All right, so now let's go to this fight, the co-main event of the evening, boys and girls. Let's go.
Paulo Costa. Yeah, apparently there's beef here. I don't know if that's true or not, but they're going back and forth. It could just be some fake beef. You know, metal bands back in the day used to do that. They started a little fake beef to get some drama going. I could definitely see Paulo Costa doing that. It's a weird one because Paulo Costa going up in weight is kind of, you know, throws a little factor into this fight. As a mat heavy hitter, I guess you could say well-rounded. We just see him just sleep people, so I haven't really seen much of his ground game, to be honest. But he is, you know, looking at these two guys, you would think it's the massive bodybuilder that's going to win this fight, but in my eyes, it's the guy that looks like he has a desk job in Azamat. And the weight is what's throwing me off for this. You know, I don't know how Paulo Costa is going to look at 205. I think you just beat Paulo Costa by just applying pressure. And it's like, I picked Roman Kopylov because I thought we were going to see like a pressure-heavy fight like he did with Chris Curtis. But we just saw Roman Kopylov just stand there, and Paulo Costa just picked him apart. And I just don't see Azamat being that kind of fighter. He's going to be in your face, putting Paulo Costa on the back foot. Even look at Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold. It's like same kind of thing. Like no one's really applying pressure. Paulo Costa can just kind of do his thing. But even Luke Rockhold was banging him with some right hooks, some uppercuts here and there. And I think if Azamat does it to him, it's going to be a rough night. But again, it's the weight that's kind of throwing me off on this one. My pick is Azamat. Again, this was one of the fights where I thought the odds were a little wide. I would rather see him at like a minus 150 just because of who Paulo Costa is. But it's true what someone DM me too. It's like, for me, betting on Paulo Costa, I'm really betting on his kicks. Like I've never really been a huge fan of Paulo Costa's hands, but his kicks are nasty. I just don't see that how that really helps him here. So long story short, we're going Azamat. I'm going decision though. I'm not going KO. We're going Azamat decision.
Damn. All right, KZ, let's hear it.
Preached.
I'm actually on Mirzakhanov decision too. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see the KO because he does have that heavy fucking hands, but Costa's durable, man. He's pretty defensively sound. But Azamat Mirzakhanov, he's really fucking talented, bro. Like the way that he stopped the takedowns against Rakic was very impressive, very technically sound. He's not just like a brawler. He has really clean striking technique, really good timing. He's fucking nasty, bro. Like Paulo Costa looked good against Kopylov, but I feel like Mirzakhanov is a different level here than Kopylov. But like you said about that body kick parlay, I do see Costa having success with that rear body kick because it's like an open stance. Mirzakhanov is southpaw. Costa's orthodox, so he's going to be throwing that rear kick to the body, to the head, making Mirzakhanov block it often, occupying that rear power hand, that left from Mirzakhanov. But Mirzakhanov, once he gets close in the boxing range, I do see his power, his hand speed, given Paulo Costa's problems. Both guys well-rounded, solid takedown defense. But I think that Mirzakhanov's timing, it's going to be the difference maker here. I think he's going to be being able to land like the cleaner shots on Paulo Costa. I can see them going back and forth. Costa, like I said, he's very durable. He's got good defensive footwork. He moves around well. But I just feel like Mirzakhanov, he's a special striker. He's got great technical striking, that big left overhand that he lands often, a solid right hook, a stiff jab that he was able to drop and then finish Rakic with. I like Azamat here. I'd say he's a pretty high confidence pick.
I like it, bro. I like it. I'm not going to lie. That Mirzakhanov pick by decision is sneaky, man. What do you guys think the over 1.5 is at?
Let me see. I'll check right now.
If you can check, because I don't, my book, it only has over under 2.5.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's, yeah. But when I look,
So over 1.5 is minus 260. I kind of like that.
I like that, bro. I like that because I'm not gonna lie, this guy Paulo Costa, I gotta admit, bro, I think he's on some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's on some stuff, and I think maybe he's not. Maybe he just used the secret juice as like a gimmick. But the way that this guy Paulo Costa goes in when he's locked in, we were talking about how I thought Paulo Costa is very bad. I'm not gonna lie, but this is one of those fights where he's gonna have more durability, he's gonna have more speed, and the guy is gonna go toe to toe. I know a lot of the guys were mentioning the Yoel Romero fight, but I think the fight against Marvin Vettori was at 205. I remember he missed weight. There was a bunch of bullshit going on at that fight.
Yeah.
And he was like, Marvin Vettori, how about you make the weight? If you want to make it, then how about you make the weight? You make the weight, Marvin Vettori, you Italian gangster. It was kind of funny. And I think he looked good at 205. I do think that Marvin clearly won that fight. The thing about Paulo is if the guy is locked in, he's going to, he dropped Kopylov. He dropped him bad, I think. He even showed Kopylov levels. Like, Kopylov was scared to engage.
But as we've seen recently, Kopylov
really
had a fight recently, too. It was just
RoboCop.
Yeah, it's just not the same Kopylov. I don't know what's going on. Because
I'm not going to lie. Kopylov was very good before. Now he's like a little bit all right. He's all right.
Just like the Chris Curtis fight, I was so proud of him for like just how in the pocket he was. Like it was a slugfest. I would have been asleep round one. But no, he hasn't always been like super nasty. Maybe just against like lower level competition. But
yeah
Paul Costa destroyed him.
The guy beat Cesar Almeida. We got to remember Kopylov, he beat him, due to the wrestling. And, Cesar Almeida has been looking even better. It's kind of like Ignacio Manuel Torres. Like, Ignacio beat Manuel Torres, but I think Manuel beats him now.
Yeah.
And this is one of those fights where, okay, he's 2-3 out of his last 5. A lot of the, not casuals, but the guys who, just wake up on Saturday, they're a little bit, couple of beers in, couple of shots in, barbecue wings, pizza. Who are they going to bet? They're going to bet on Asmat. OV at the end, right? But I gotta admit, man,
based on the eye test, they're probably gonna be betting on Costa.
They could too as well. Yeah. But when I look at this, man, I can't be in a position where it's down to the wire, where it's 1-1 and it's down to the wire, because with Asmat, he did look a little bit tired against Alonzo Menefield, and with Paulo, bro, the guy, I gotta admit, man, if he's 1-1 against you, the guy still won a decision against Luke Rockhold. He shot takedowns, was able to control him. But, guys, if it's 1-1, I know Paulo Costa is going to bring it that third round. I would be a little bit more comfortable if Asmat's 2-0 heading into the third, And we got to admit, against Alexander Rakic was having a little bit of success. I think the live odds were like minus 113 right before that knockout. Obviously, it happened very fast. I think it was in the first round. Mm-hmm. It was in round 1, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. But that's when the odds fluctuate. They fluctuate a lot. I'm going to go Asmat. I'm going to go by KO. I'm going to go round 2. But who was the last guy to knock out Paulo Costa? What? Izzy Adesanya? Yeah, how many times? He's only been knocked out once.
He was super sauced in that fight. That's when he had the huge tit.
And I don't remember, but did Paulo Costa get dropped against Strickland or he tripped? And they gave it a split. That was not a split.
Oh, yeah,
that was such a boring-ass fight, bro.
It was like, fight. It was like, all right, that's what it is. But I think he got dropped by Yoel Romero, right? And when I look, Yoel's a little bit like Asmat. I know they're different body-wise. But if Paulo Costa's locked in, I know he's going to bring it. The thing that I'm scared of is if Asmat's down and he has to play catch-up. If he needs that round 3 KO, if he's down 2 rounds and he needs that KO in the third round, I don't think he's going to get into the third round. I think he has to have success, get the ball rolling in the start. Because a lot of these guys suck at playing catch-up. Paulo Costa, when he's cruising, he's cruising.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy level of competition, too. This is definitely like Asmat's hardest opponent yet in Paulo Costa. And Paulo Costa's fought some killers, too, in his past. So it's a step up. We'll see what happens.
What was the fight that I said was just like this? I think it was Johnny Walker versus Dom Reyes. I could see if Paulo Costa drops Asmat, man, you're big. It's hard to get up. Asmat's trying to go for a takedown. He's getting hammer fists to the side. Ref stops it. Well, we got Mark Goddard in there. We got to mention, at two fouls, you get a point deducted. What if Asmat's, poking this guy Paulo's eye? You know how Paulo is. He's a little bit of an actor sometimes. The nut shots as well. Paulo gets hit in the nuts. He takes the extra 5 minutes. That 5 minutes gives him an extraordinary gas tank to bring it. That's what I'm scared of, and especially in between rounds. I think about Tim Kennedy versus Yoel Romero when, Tim Kennedy was grabbing the inside of the glove against Yoel. Yoel was putting extra ice on him in order to last a little bit longer for more cardio. The guy Paulo does the same exact thing. He's sneaky, man. These veterans are sneaky. Glove, grabbing the shorts, Darius Flowers was grabbing the shorts against Lando Venata to defend some takedowns. I wouldn't be surprised if Paulo Costa is doing a little bit of some cheeky things. Those leg kicks as well from Paulo Costa. I was interested to see what you said with a lot of people from Brazil hate Paulo Costa, but I saw a lot of people like him as well. I'm interested in the crowd. Paulo Costa. They might be on Costa's side.
Yeah,
and that's just what he needs. That's just what he needs. The press conference on Thursday. I hope you guys watch that one as well, because sometimes the press conference, who is going to bring it. Paulo's going to bring. He's probably going to Henry Cejudo with all those plushies. He brings the plushie. Dominic Reyes. Dominic Cruz plushie. TJ plushie. And he kicks him off. I'm gonna go Osmont. I'm gonna go by KO because I think he needs a KO, because you don't want to be 1-1 with Paulo Costa. You're gonna have to pull it out the fire. And we saw Bakoyev against Tresean Gore, arguably 1-1. The judges had it 2-0. Tresean Gore. Osmont's going for these takedowns out of desperation, and Gore submits him like crazy. One thing about these, I don't know if I could label him Dagestani, but these guys that are Dagestani, they gotta start winning early, because if they have to play catch up, they're not that good at playing catch up.
I think Osmont clears, right? I think that Osmont I think he's good enough to beat Paulo Costa.
Yeah,
even though he looks like he sells used cars, I think that he's going to fucking
it's the look.
Costa.
Yeah, if you just keep Costa on the back foot, I think you're good. Just apply pressure. I think you're good to go. Just don't stand still like fucking Kopylov. I couldn't believe that shit. He just stood there like this, got picked apart.
All right, guys, main events of the evening. HEREEE Procházka versus Carlos the Blackjack Ulberg. What do you guys think wins this fight, and how?
I pick flipped 2 hours ago.
Damn, bro.
I feel like pulling a Finch and like yelling my pick.
I'm laying the chalk.
I might have to. I'm going Carlos Ulberg. I am. I'm going Carlos Ulberg, guys. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. It's just too pretty. Like all the HEREEE posts, he's on the treadmill with his fucking nose closed, like he's jogging without breathing. He's having a baby. It just reminds me of like Izzy 2 weeks ago. I'm not only betting for that reason, but the MMA gods don't care who your favorite fighter is or who your top 10 are. The MMA gods actually like to watch your favorite fighter get slimed out viciously. So with that being said, I think Ulberg KOs HEREEE. I don't think HEREE's crazy movement, all this shit is going to do much for Ulberg. Again, I was on HEREEE for like the past 5 days, up until 2 hours ago. I just think if it's a close kickboxing match, which is what this will be, Khalil Roundtree's more of a Muay Thai fighter. A clean kickboxing fight, I think Ulberg can do some damage to HEREEE. And Carlos Ulberg is also a counter fighter. So I'm scared for HEREEE getting a little confident. Hike throws his right hand too much, and Carlos Ulberg is just there with a vicious left or something. I rate Ulberg, although his performances aren't similar to it, I rate him on the same level as like a Pereira when it comes to kickboxing. I know people may hate me for that, but I think I'm just scared for you. I think HEREE's, again, it's just a little too pretty this week, and that's also a big factor in this as well. Everyone's going to be on HEREEE, your favorite fighter's favorite fighter, the closest thing to a samurai we have, and then you got Ulberg in there, just this locked-in, vicious kickboxer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going Ulberg for plus money. KO.
All right,
Let's hear it.
Carlos Ulberg, he's got great footwork, good lateral movement. He loves that check left hook counter as people are pressuring forward towards him, fades off, lands that, moves off to his left, getting off that center line, lands that left hook. He likes that counter. It's clean. He's not just a one-trick pony, though. He's fast, good kicks, throwing roundhouse kicks to the body and the head, fast, powerful jab, good straight punches. With that being said, Yuri Procházka, third, fourth round KO, fucking breaks this little fucking supermodel down and beats his fucking ass. Samurai spirit. Fucking gets him, bro. He's gonna fucking listen. This, Carlos Ulberg, he thrives in a pretty fight. A nice little tit for tat kickboxing match that he had with Jan Blachowicz. Oh yeah, I'll go, you go, I go, you go. Yuri Procházka's gonna make this a grimy, chaotic war. He's gonna get in his fucking face. He's going to slip his best shots, take things like he's not going to get hit with the perfect counter shot. All right. He's going to be coming forward. He's unorthodox. He's going to be fucking moving his head when he doesn't choose to block punches with his face. And I just see his pressure, his power fatiguing Carlos Ulberg the longer the fight goes on. Listen, I'm not saying that Carlos Ulberg has no chance. All right. Carlos Ulberg, he's dangerous as fuck, super sharp. Is he live to clip Yuri with that perfect counter shot in round 1 or 2? Yes, he's talented. He's a powerful striker, but I think that Yuri's going to be defensively sound enough to avoid that and then just break Ulberg down with the pressure, get in his face, wear on him. And then when this shit is in round 4 and 5, Carlos Ulberg, and he sees fucking Yuri Procházka the other side of the cage, fucking walking him down, getting in his face, getting in the clinch, making it dirty, elbowing that motherfucker in his pretty little fucking face. I got Yuri Procházka breaking him down, and he's going to get a later stoppage in the rounds.
That is a good point. When I picture Ulberg winning, I picture it being early. Didn't really think about the later rounds, so we'll just pray for a round 1 and 2 KO. But I get it, bro. I get it. Again, on Yuri for the past 100 hours.
I feel it. I don't hate the Ulberg pick. I see the vision. I do see it. But I'm just going to trust in the samurai spirit, and we're going Yuri Procházka.
I like no distance too, minus 350.
Also live, yeah.
Do we see this going the distance?
Finishers. I don't think so.
You might as well take that because fight ends in KO is minus 300. So just take the no distance in case Yuri somehow subs Glover in the last minute of round 5.
Paku's talking to you, KZ.
No, I saw him. I responded to him. Someone get KZ off the short bus and send him off. That's funny as fuck.
Hey, I like it though, parlay. Yo, we got to make a parlay too. Right after this, all three of us, we got to sing parlay time at the same time. All three of us. But, guys, I am going with Carlos Ulberg. I'm a little bit scared now. I thought both of you guys were going to pick Yuri. In the thumbnail, I got the thumbnail right here. I look zesty as hell in the thumbnail. But I was going to tell you guys, I put parlay in the middle because I didn't know who he was going to pick. I'm not going to lie. But when I look at this fight, guys, we got an excellent trio right here. We got the 3 blind mice right here. But I do think that Carlos Ulberg should be able to win this fight. But let me break it down. Yuri Procházka, right? 3-2 out of his last 5. 2 losses out of his last 10 years. Alex Politon Pereira. I was joking around with the Google presentation slide yesterday. 33 years old for Yuri. I did mention, though, that Yuri was down on the scorecards against Glover Teixeira, right? They had a 3-1 heading into the 5th. That's fair. Glover in his prime. The guy submitted Jan B. He wasn't even in his prime. The guy, was a little bit older, and he was still pushing it. Very good fight. He was down on the scorecards against Rakic. He was down on the scorecard. Well, it was 1-1 against Jamal Hill. And, getting a round taken off against Jamal Hill. But, hey, he dropped Jamal Hill in that first round. And against Khalil Rountree, he was down 2-0. Needed that third round KO. Yuri wants the KO, but a lot of the time he needs that KO, right? And I can see a position where he's going to need that KO. And the biggest thing that I'm scared of is that round 3. Dangerous. Oh, parlay.
Now, I was going to say that was a factor in my pick, too, was that the Roundtree fight, how he lost the first 2 rounds. That's what swayed me a little bit towards Ulberg as well.
Facts, bro. And sometimes what I'm scared of is that round 3. I can see Carlos Ulberg getting dropped, and Carlos Ulberg trying to go for a little bit. But once you get dropped by Yuri, he's like a great white. He smells blood in the water. He's going for the finish. Dustin Porter spamming hooks, goes for the finish. Yuri spinning elbow against Dominic Reyes. The guy's very good at what he does. The guy's fighting for the title for the 3rd time. Fought for the title against Glover. Fought for the title against Pereira. He's fighting for the title against the 3rd time. The guy is used to this. He's used to being, the guy who's getting tagged up, blocks punches with his face, had his UFC debut against Volkan Ozdemir, knocked him out. Look at what Carlos Ulberg did against Ozdemir. The guy went toe-to-toe. And, arguably, what KZ said, right? He lost that 3rd round, looked a little tired. When I look at this fight, guys, longest win streak in the division, at 9 wins. But what does that mean when you're fighting Yuri? What does that mean when you're tired, like KZ says? I do got to mention, though, that Jan Blachowicz win. I liked how he was able to defend takedowns. You know, Guskov against Jan, that was a draw. These guys are rematching again because, hey, that fight was so close. They're rematching again. Alonzo Menefield kind of ran at him. He got the KO. Well, it is what it is. I need Ulberg to work those leg kicks, work those low kicks. Yuri's susceptible to high kicks. I'm reaching. I know I'm reaching, but Alex Pereira was able to catch him, right? Not once, twice. I think it was the second time that they fought.
Bro,
I'm not sure if it was the first
second
or second
one was nasty. That was when
he dropped him.
That was when the round 2 started. Oh my God.
Bro, he dropped him at the end of round 1. He didn't know where he was. He said, "Herb, I'm still here. I'm still here, Herb. I'm
my
still here." Wait, what?
My homie had KO round 2. He was fucking terrified.
Bro, it was crazy because it looked like Herb stopped it.
Yeah.
Second round starts. He ends up getting dropped and finished with a brutal head kick. And it is what it is because Alex is very good at what he does. I think the guy Alex breaks his toe and he puts it back in the middle of the fight, you know? Like,
crazy.
Alex has power like no other. Alex and Ulberg are not the exact same, but I do think that Ulberg is the better fighter everywhere. I know maybe you guys don't agree. Kickboxer, striking, maybe not cardio, but wrestling as well. Is Ulberg going to shoot takedowns? No. Against Kennedy Nzechukwu, he got knocked out. The guy Kennedy is a heavyweight.
That was crazy.
Bro.
What year was that? How long ago was that?
2021. Damn. Not even that long ago.
Yeah. No, it's fucking.
But guys, he's 34 years old, 35. Yuri's 33. He's the younger fighter, but in fight years, just like Cub Swanson, just like Kevin Holland, just like a lot of these guys that we were talking about, in fight years, you know, I do think Yuri is the older fighter in fight years. Sometimes it takes like a good 1-2. Yuri can get dropped. The only thing that I'm scared of, though, is those elbows round 3. I know Yuri's a snowball effect. He's going to build up as the fight goes on. I'm going to go Carlos Ulberg. I'm going to go by decision. I'm going to go Ulberg by decision, but I know it can sound crazy. I know Ulberg can definitely probably get into a position where he's tired. He gets TKO'd. Highlight real KO. Yuri's back in the win column. Life feels good again. I already see the memes. Yuri, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. And it's Yuri just knocking out Carlos Ulberg flat out on Instagram, like a bunch of these memes. And I feel like I got to go Ulberg, but because of the Eugene Behrman corner, I know that if Ulberg is 1-1 head into that third round, I know Eugene Behrman is a great mastermind. These guys planned game plan after game plan for Israel Adesanya, game plan after game plan, Dan Hooker against Gamrot. Eugene Behrman is an absolute mastermind when it comes to this corner work. And I look at him like Faraz Sahabi. You know, Faraz Sahabi, Ayman Zahabi, those guys are a good duo. Faraz Sahabi, TriStar, very good game planning. And I do think one of the most important aspects of the fight game, obviously the game plan can go out the window. It goes out the window with Yuri. I know Yuri's not going to have a game plan, but I know one thing for sure. I know Ulberg's going to have a game plan. Whether he goes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th round, I know he's going to at least have a game plan and try his best. So I'm going to go Ulberg. I'm going to go Ulberg by KO on points. I'm going to go by 48-47, unanimous decision. But let's see how this one goes. When was the last time Yuri lost by decision? The guy's a killer be kill fighter, you know. So
preach, brother, preach.
So let's see.
Yeah, that's my fear.
He's never lost by decision. Never.
Gosh,
wow.
Damn. Yeah.
That's my fear for Yuri. It's like he loses rounds 1 and 2. Round 3, he's like, all right, it's time to turn it up. And that's when he gets just not even picked apart, just countered by Ulberg. I think Ulberg is just waiting for that perfect shot. And we'll see if he lands it or not.
All right, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go to the gym, but I appreciate you guys.
Izzy, can you give us one leg? One leg for the parlay.
One leg?
Yeah.
Let's see. It's honestly easy. I'm going to say Kelvin Gastelum.
All right. What were you going to say, KZ? Say it? Or...
No, I was going to say, what did Larry post? He said something about after round 2.
Yuri will build. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that Carlos Ulberg would win a decision. I think that Yuri's going to be too in his face and landing too much. I don't think that Carlos is going to be able to just avoid everything that Yuri has to throw at him. I think it's either Carlos Ulberg rounds 1 or 2, or like Yuri 4 and 5. Round 3 is more of a toss-up, but that's when Ulberg starts to slow down in these fights. He starts to slow down up against Ozdemir, having just difficulty when Ozdemir was pressuring forward, but. We got to get out of here, boys. Head to the gym, but I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for
appreciate the chat.
on, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Anytime. But yeah, peace out, bro.
See you, peace.
Peace, bro. Hey, all right. Let me just catch up. We're about to wrap up. I appreciate you for saying parlay.
Yeah.
Let's shout out to KZ. His channel's right there. Now, is there anything you want to like say? Like anything? We're gonna do the parlay section, but
Yeah. Is there anything I want to say? A lot of these fights are very 50-50. Literally, if you just look at the whole main card, like, or just look at those right there, Pico 50-50, like everything's 50-50. So, I started a channel when my picks would be better than, like, I would get more correct than other channels. I'm like, all right, let me start a channel. And I say that to say you don't have to listen to us. This is a great card for you to just bet with your gut. Try not to bet with your heart too much. There's a lot of fighters on here you can bet with your heart. But, find what you like. Listen to a bunch of prediction videos. That's what helps you. Piece shit together and just lock it in. There's been plenty of times where I've gotten picks right and other channels have said the opposite, as well as vice versa. So
hell yeah, bro. Now
just
create
have
parlay.
fun with it. Yeah.
Let's cook this parlay, man. It's parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights, guys.
That's a fact.
KZ gave us leg 1. Kelvin Gas some parlay is gonna give us leg 2. Or if you want me to go first, I'll go first. But you give us a leg, and I'm
gonna go second, just so you can't take it by accident. I'm going Padilla.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Now I'm gonna give a leg. Obviously, one that we agree on. I'm gonna go. I don't know if I should go Osmond or. I don't know if I should go Osmond or Suarez. Or Cub. It's a little bit of a crazy one, guys. It's a little bit of a crazy one.
I wouldn't do Cub.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
I'm
gonna go Osmond. I'm gonna go Osmond Mirzakhanov. I'm gonna go Osmond. So that's the parlay, guys. Let's see what.
Plus 227.
Oh damn, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all right. But I still like it. I think it's the
pretty
KZ
good.
parlay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good for a 3-leg. I've been putting 3 legs together as locks just to turn 100 into 100, and it's been like I can really only get plus 100, plus 110. So plus 227 on 3 money lines that we like is pretty good.
Hey, bro, I love it, bro. Depends on your book. Let me just write this down. Now, do you want to give a shout out to like anybody you want to call anybody out, like Argenti or anybody you want to like
like maybe Argenti or don't want to call anyone out. Not really. I'll do a positive shout out. Some channels I like to watch that I think are extremely knowledgeable. Like obviously Uselyis and KZ. I watch their stuff and their opinions matter to me. KZ and I will send each other parlays. Like, what do you think about this? Now that I have your IG, Uselyis, I can do that with you. But not Home of Fight. Damn, what's this guy's channel? Now I can't remember it.
Hey Jive?
Half the Battle. Have you seen Half the Battle? He's very good at speaking. Never had any interaction with this guy, so it's not like he's like my homie. I'm shouting him out, but definitely check out Half the Battle. I think his breakdowns are phenomenal. There's been plenty main events this year where he's had the opposite pick of me. And again, like I said, I go with my gut. I don't listen to other people. He's been right a lot of times. So definitely check out Half the Battle. You guys know MMA Expert. Shout out Expert. I've been watching a lot of bedtime MMA. That guy is hilarious. I don't watch him for his picks. It's more just for his humor and prediction videos and all that. He kind of says what I'm thinking. So definitely shout out Bedtime. And shout out Uselyis for having us here.
Hey,
thank you.
Hey, bro.
Appreciate it.
On these vertical lives that you do, bro, I think you can invite people as well. So next pay-per-view or whatever, whenever. But obviously, I'm always down. I do gotta say one thing, bro. Man, it's been a while, bro. It feels like it's been 2 years since we found each other. Since I found your channel, right?
Yeah.
It's been already 2 years, and time goes by. I gotta ask you one thing: the time capsule. We were doing a little bit of a time capsule. What is one thing that you think is gonna happen in a year from now? One thing, anything. It's something that you think it could be MMA related. Nothing, whatever. In a year from now, when you watch this and you look at parlay. Right now, what's something you want to tell yourself or something you see or what?
DraftKings. I will turn $1 into $1 million on a fight card. before the year is up.
I would put
Actually,
right now.
It's not DraftKings because you won't let me because you're terrified. They'll only let me do up to 250K. But FanDuel, I'm coming for you.
Hey, I like
Dollar
it, my
for a
brother.
milli.
I like it. Thank you for hopping on, Parlay. I hope you have a great day. God bless. KZ as well. Shout out to the guys. We're about to wrap up. And I'm about to just end it right here. Anything you want to say? Like,
I'm
we're
good.
done,
I'm
right?
good. Check me out on Instagram. I'm like half on
Shout out to your
YouTube.
Insta.
I stopped doing like full length content on YouTube, but definitely check out my live streams. We'll yap on there. Instagram is Parlay Princes. I'm way more active on there on my stories and all that. So yeah, check me out on there and we'll chop it up.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming on. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. We're out. All right. Peace. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
Peace.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Peace.
peace. Let's go. All right, bro.